Is Neil Napier here? Just give me a very, very quick yes if you can hear me all right. Just a quick yes to let me know that I'm coming through fine, and if you can see the screen as well. The screen should say we generated 10,000 plus USD in 7 days using world's first ever all-in-one Insta platform for you. Now, perfect, that's great. I have to admit that the font that I have on the screen is not as exciting as the one that Alvin had, but you'll have to make do with it. We do have a lot of people on the call today. We have, let me see, how many do we have at the moment? About 150, which is quite good. I suspect that we'll get about 50 or so more. That's completely fine. Do note that I'll be covering a lot of things on this session. It's about 10, it's quite late for me, but I'm happy to stay on here for as long as necessary to make sure that I answer all your questions. Okay, I'll make sure that as we go through this session today, if you have any queries, if you have any doubts, you ask them, I'll answer them. If I don't answer them immediately, I'll ask our support team, Alvin and Bilal, to take some questions down, and I can circle back to them later. So, welcome everyone, regardless of what part of the world you're coming in from. It's great to see everyone. Because we have so many people, I might not be able to call out on each and every one of you individually, but if you can, do let me know what part of the world you're coming in from and what's the weather like where you are. I can tell you that where I am right now, it's starting to get springtime. It's kind of nice, but we had snowfall a few days ago, so who knows? You know, it might snow again. Okay, so it's about, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but in degrees it's about 5 degrees, I guess, Celsius, that is. Okay, so we have people coming from California, Florida, Texas. It's also spring here, says Elias. Cold but sunny in Spokane. Okay, are you in Canada? No, I'm in Finland. Actually, it's interesting though. I was talking to someone from Canada, and we were discussing how far up north are they, like how close to the North Pole are they? And I was closer than them. I'm up like 60 degrees in latitude, I think it's called, and they were like 50 degrees. So I'm definitely closer to the North Pole. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, I was up inside the Arctic Circle skiing, so that was pretty cool. Okay. Germany, 10 degrees, excellent. Okay, let's get into it then. Let's get into it, because today's session is all about me showing you some techniques. And as I mentioned, I will also be showcasing InstaSuite. And throughout this session, you can ask me questions about the techniques or InstaSuite, but do note that at the end of the session, I'm going to make you an offer for InstaSuite. Of course, you can choose to say no to that, it's completely fine, but I do want you to stick around and look at this technique that I'm going to show you and see if you can implement it in your business. So even if you walk away today thinking this is not right for me, the technique will be right for you, because as long as you're doing some kind of online business, what I'm going to teach you will work for you as well. So with what we have to show you today, I'm going to be covering a few different things. I'm going to be talking about building funnels, membership sites, email automation, affiliate center, blog builder, as well as support center, everything in one place. Now, let me clarify this. I have just told you about 6 things that I'll be showing you. This is not complicated. So even for a second, if you think this is going to be a really complicated session and there's going to be too much too difficult things, that's not the case. If anything, I'm going to simplify things for you. That's the goal today. The goal is to make this business so easy for you that you can literally, as they say, run it even in your sleep, or even when you're working full time, you can still run this business because you have everything you need in one place. So that's what I'll be focusing on today. I'm going to show you, in fact, how you can cancel all of your expensive monthly tools. In fact, let me turn this around for a second. Let me ask you this question right now. You see these 6 things down here: building funnels, membership sites, email automation, so email marketing, affiliate management if you have any affiliates, building a blog, for example, and support center, and let's say even hosting, even hosting. Answer this question for me. Is there anything here that you pay for every single month? So every single month, maybe you're making payments between $9 to $99, maybe even $297. So does it happen to you that you pay, money every single month for these things? Tell me, yes or no? Okay. No, yes, yes, yep, hosting, email automation, theme builder, yes, hostings, $99 a month, that's quite a lot. Yes, says Garget as well. I pay for hosting, email. Yes, a lot. And I hear you. I'm completely with you that I myself find myself paying for a lot of different things every single month. And honestly, it can be a little bit of pain. So what I want to show you here today on this call is number one, how to overcome tool fatigue. So if you have a lot of different tools, and if honestly, if you find yourself in that position where you're buying a new tool every single week that you're never using, I'll show you how to get over that, right? That's the first thing. Second thing we'll talk about is how you can make multiple businesses consistently and successfully. So not just one core business that you're part of, but once you have done well in that business, how to go to another one and do that without buying a lot of different tools again. So that's something we'll talk about today as well. Then I'll show you how you do not need to be a techie to be able to do everything that we're going to talk about today. So you don't need programming skills. You don't need complicated ninja skills when it comes to setting up websites and so on. It's very straightforward. It's very easy. And then I'm going to also show you how to recruit affiliates and how to manage them. Also stick around till the end because, as I mentioned, with everything that I'm going to show you, it will give you a checklist of everything you need to launch and maintain a successful business. Now, do note this, that we have, let me see how many people we have right now, close to 180. You are the first group to see this live in action. I haven't shared this technique, I haven't shared this training, a demonstration of this tool in so much detail with anyone else. So you are getting an early look into this right now. So just tell me this about yourself as well. What kind of business are you in right now? Are you retired? Are you working in a day job? Are you just starting out? Are you doing affiliate marketing, Kindle, info products, email marketing, something else? What is it that you're doing at the moment? If there's nothing, it's fine. Just be honest with me, be honest with yourself, and tell me what it is that you're doing. Lewis said, I hope the presentation is being recorded. We are recording it, but as I mentioned before, because of what I'm going to discuss today, and because of the fact that we are doing an early session for you, I will not be able to release this recording. Okay, just being honest. So, yeah. Okay, so people are saying working from home, video marketing, multifamily broker, retired, info products, have a day job, email marketing, training and coaching webinar, that's great. MLM, teaching video marketing. MLM's good model as well if you can really pull it off in a non-scammy way. I think it's great. Retired now, online marketing, mainly SaaS white label. Someone said Shopify, just starting, no problem. And retired part-time 82-year-olds. Nicholas, I remember you, I think. So I was talking to someone about you today, actually. Just starting out, says June, offline marketing. Okay, great. Lots of different things. So for most things that you're doing, what I'm going to show you today will work for you as well. I want to show you 3 steps, though. I think the key thing I want you to take away from today's session is 3 steps that you can implement within your business to create something profitable. You do not need experience for this. You really don't. And again, I mean, I know it kind of sounds hypocritical because you probably think I have a lot of years of experience, which I do, but if I was starting from scratch, this is what I would do. People ask me, Neil, if you were starting from scratch, what would be your strategy? Well, my strategy is exactly what I'm going to show you. You don't need big design skills to do this. A little bit here and there, sure, but you don't even need Photoshop knowledge to do this. And you do not need technical skills to do this either. So it's very easy, very straightforward to do, but I will tell you this, that if you watch this training today, you might get, a few light bulb moments. You might feel that, okay, this makes a lot of sense, this is great. When that happens, I want you to write light bulb, or just light or bulb, whatever, but if at any stage you feel like, okay, this is cool, this would really help me, just say bulb. Because, here's why, this is important. I want to review this chat later. So when you're done asking all these questions and we answer them for you, I want to review the chat later and I want to see where you found most of the value in this session. So if at any point you find that you got a lot of value, just say light bulb. Neil, light bulb. Awesome, light bulb. Just say that and I'll track it later on. Okay, is that a deal? Cool. Excellent. Great. That's a deal. Now, for me, as I mentioned, if I was starting from scratch, I would basically do the same thing. So when I was starting from scratch, my biggest challenge was that I had to do everything in my business and I had to get it from multiple different places. For example, If I want hosting, I would go to HostGator. So that's the first place I went to. If I want to create a website, I would initially, again, 4 years ago, probably choose WordPress. These days, I might choose Lead Pages or ClickFunnels, but they are expensive, right? I mean, you know that's like $97 a month or even more. If I want to send out emails, I would choose GetResponse. If I want to build a support desk, I would use Zendesk, which we still do for one of our businesses. If I want to then, let's say, recruit affiliates all the time, I would use JVZoo, which again we still do for one of our businesses. So the problem is that for all these different things that you're doing, you're basically spreading your business everywhere. So what ends up happening is that when you are working from 9 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the morning, when you're spending your whole day at work and you come back, the last thing you want to do is deal with all the different hassles of all the different tools that exist out there. I don't want to do it. I mean, some of you might know this, some of you don't, but I actually am employed already in a full-time job. What I do online is part-time, and I've been doing it part-time for the last 4 years. So when I come back home from work, I don't want to think about, oh crap, this doesn't work, let me contact that support, or this other thing doesn't work, let me contact that support, right? It all needs to function flawlessly, because if it doesn't, I lose the momentum. If I come back home and I've got some great idea about this landing page I want to build, and it's not working, well, you know, I get bored and I move on to something else. I sit and watch TV. And so really, we don't want that at all. Because to me, what happened was that when I had to build my first product, and I was by myself then, I didn't have any team, I didn't have anyone helping me, I had to build the sales pages, I had to build a sales funnel, a JV page to recruit affiliates, I had to build a membership site, I had to write and put emails in an autoresponder, and I had to manage affiliates, I needed a support desk, and eventually I needed a blog as well. So the complication is that everyone says online marketing is great, and it is great. But the problem is that there's so much to it. There's so many different things you have to do. And even bigger problem is that all these things are not available in one place. As I mentioned, you go to one place for one thing, then the other for the other, the other for the other, and you really just, you know, kind of circling around trying to make sense of it all. That's the problem. That's the issue. So if you had to create, you know, sales pages and sales funnels, it has to be easy, right? It has to be clean. It has to be something you can create immediately and you can run with immediately. If it's complicated, you will quit. That's why a lot of people quit every year, because it gets complicated. If you want to build membership sites, it needs to be drag and drop, right? It needs to be easily buildable. If you have to code from scratch to build a membership site, you won't do it. If you want to build a blog, which, you know, like I said, is optional, it's good, I think, long term if you have good content because it can rank high. Then really what you want to do is you just want to go in, type up your content, click post, and you're done. And honestly, WordPress is great for that. So I just want to say, like, good things about WordPress as well. It has a tons of security issues, unfortunately, but it is a great blogging platform, right? Then if you want to do automated email marketing, and this is where you really make money. If you want to do automated email marketing, you need tons of different tools to do that. I know GetResponse charges like $149 a month just to send email to 10,000 people every single month. And I wish I had a better screenshot there. But it's complicated business. Then if you want to manage affiliates, you have to pay to some networks like JVZoo. And again, I like JVZoo, I use JVZoo, but every time I use it, I have to give away 5%. So in the beginning, I don't know if you remember, but I showed you a screenshot of how much money you made over time. And just from JVZoo alone, we did about $2.5 million. Calculate 5% of that. I had to pay that to JVZoo, right? So it can kill your business pretty quickly. You can make losses quickly. So really you want a system where you don't have to pay this fees, right? And then finally you need a support desk, which means you need a way for basically people to communicate with you, ask you difficult questions like, how do I use this? Or, you know, if I want to buy something else, where do I buy it from? So you need to be able to answer all those questions, and you can do that using a support desk. And especially if you can, you know, automate a lot of things, you can minimize refunds as well. If you have a knowledge base, for example, you can minimize refunds as well. So InstaSuite does all of this. And again, I will give you a demonstration of everything. InstaSuite does all of this, but the key thing I want to focus on is to highlight the fact that InstaSuite doesn't just compile everything in one place, but it also reduces the cost substantially. So if you were to go for even the most basic sales funnel builder software, online, web-based, you'd be paying so much. Membership site builder, same thing. Go for Kajabi, it's super expensive. Blogs, I mean, sure, you can get some WordPress themes and you can run with that. Email automation, you could end up spending a lot of money. Affiliate system, even if you go for the cheaper options, it can still be expensive. Same with support desk. So expenses can really pile up, and that's one thing that we're trying to avoid today. That's one thing that we're trying to avoid today, right? So again, I'll come back to this table a little bit later when I'll show you a detailed comparison of everything InstaSuite is, and I'll show you how little it costs compared to everything else. Okay, but my point here to remember to note throughout this session is I'm trying to avoid here the pain of you spending $4,000 plus every year on your online business infrastructure. I just want to help you avoid that. If I can do that by the end of this call, and if I can give you my 3-step technique that you can use in your business, I'll be happy. So that's my goal today. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to give you the 3-step method with which you can create a profitable business. So if you're ready, if I haven't put you to sleep, please give me a very resounding, very loud yes so that I can proceed forward. Just give me a very, very quick, very big yes so I can move forward. And again, I apologize in advance if I miss any questions that you're asking. Alvin, I do request you to maybe, hand me the questions via Facebook or something, whatever you think is the best way. Give the questions to me if I miss something now, and I can come back to that later. And I also apologize if I talk fast. I have been told this quite often, that I talk really fast, and for those that are not native English speakers, my sincere apologies. I hope you can, eventually when we release a replay, which might be in a week's time, I hope that you can watch this in slow motion and still catch everything. I really do apologize. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to make this disclaimer first, though, that the results that we get, and again, this is FTC requirements, so I want to be clear on this. The results that we get are not typical. We do really well with our techniques, and so do our students, but I cannot and don't want to guarantee how well this will do for you. It might completely fail, or you might do exceptionally well. But the results beyond the techniques that I'm going to show you depend completely on the amount of effort that you're planning to put in. Regardless, we are here to help, but we still cannot guarantee the same results as us or other students of ours that are getting at the moment. My job is to really show you, then your job is to, if you like it, implement it. If you don't like it, go attend someone else's session, and that's completely fine. Okay, let me get a sip of water, and we'll keep on going. All right, so step number 1, ethically steal over $100,000 worth of funnels from competitors for free. Now here's the thing, I'm sure you've heard this before, why should you reinvent the wheel? And I 100% agree with that age-old proverb. Why should you recreate something that already exists in a good form? Why fix something if it isn't broken? So in that sense, let's say whatever your niche is, and someone said, they are working with offline businesses, someone said they were actually in Kindle, someone else mentioned they were doing affiliate marketing. So if there's a specific method of affiliate marketing that works and that you're happy doing as well, why should you try something different? Why should you come up with an own new invention that may fail completely? So that's step number 1. I'm going to show you how you can go out there and find profitable funnels from competitors for absolutely free, and then we'll move on to step number 2. Okay, so step number 1, let's look at exactly what sells well. Now I'm going to assume for a second that you don't have a market in mind. If you do, that's great. You can use these 3 principles to evaluate your market, but I'm going to assume you don't have a market. So when you don't have a market and you're looking for one, here are 3 things you need to pay attention to. Number 1, are there buyers in that market? Right? I mean, are there people who are ready to pay money in their market? So these people might be, willing to spend $5, or they might be willing to spend $5,000. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's up to you. But the key thing is, are there people ready to pay money in a given market? Number 1. Number 2, is it a place where you can go and buy traffic? It could be Facebook, could be blog networks, could be anywhere. But is it a place where you can go and buy traffic? And I'll explain why. I mean, I know as soon as I talk about buying traffic, some people just really get turned off because they're like, oh, it's difficult, it's complicated, it's tough. You know what's tough? The tougher part is having a funnel that converts, because once you can crack that, you can buy any amount of traffic and make money. I've realized this myself. I always used to feel that I can't do paid traffic because it's complicated, it's difficult. I'm getting leads for $5, I'm getting leads for $10, and it's wasteful. The thing is, if you are converting that same lead, if that lead is spending $20 with you, then you're making profit. So it comes down to the funnel, but you still need consistent amount of traffic long term, which is why I recommend purchasable traffic. Then the third thing is that, is it a community? Are people passionate in that market? Right? So are people actually excited to be in that market? So if you think about a niche like, let me see, shoes for monkeys, right? Shoes for monkeys. That's not a passionate niche. I mean, I don't know anyone out there who's looking for that, right? You might find people who like monkeys. You might find people who like shoes, but there's no kind of interaction in these two markets, right? So that's not where a community is. On the other hand, if you are selling, let's say, clothes for kids, for example, that's a community. I mean, you can find a lot of new parents who are looking for new clothes for their kids online, and you can basically sell something to them, right? So there's a community out there. So there needs to be a hot market for your niche. If you already have a niche in mind, please sit down and think about it. Does it tick all these 3 boxes? Because if it does, you've got a good market on your hand. If it doesn't, maybe you need to change something. 3 markets that consistently work well. Number 1 is health, wellness, and fitness. So anything related to how you feel physically or emotionally or mentally, however you feel, that's a really, really big market. People spend a lot of money to be fitter. They spend a lot of money to have a better self-esteem, for example, right? So that's a big market. The other big market is dating and relationships, helping someone meet someone else. Lonely widower finding a person to love and spend the rest of the life with. That's a big market. So dating and relationships will continue to be big because that is one of the core needs of us as human beings. So big market. The third, lead gen. I say lead gen kind of broadly, but business or marketing or basically making money online or offline. That's a big market as well because people will always have a need for more money. They need to pay for expenses. They need to pay for things. So that's a big market as well. So if you don't have one in mind already, consider one of these. Now, I would say like dating and relationships just by itself is a very, very big market. Very, very big market. You don't want to go for the complete market. You want to narrow down as much as you can. Like I said, a widower meeting someone else who's perhaps in the same situation for companionship. That's a good market, right? So the way to reverse engineer what's working for others is searching for products. So you could just simply do a Google search, go to Google and say, I'm looking for products for people who have just been widowed and are looking for someone for companionship. So you can look for those products targeting these kind of people, right? There might be training products, as in how to meet someone or how to approach someone or how to overcome grief, for example. So that's one market that you can look at as well. So searching for products is easy. Either you can go to Google or you can run on over to ClickBank Marketplace, and there you can just put in some details here, and it will tell you basically a lot about the product. So what they tell you actually, and I don't have the full screenshot here, what they tell you is how much money, for example, as an affiliate, you can make per sale. They also give you other statistics, for example, gravity. That tells you how hot the product is in selling, and that's kind of good, right? What I'm going to do though is I'm going to focus on a more online marketing product here because that's our core marketing. So I think I want to be true to that. So I want to show you that. I want you to model your competitors. If you are completely new to this market, if it's the first time that you're stepping into the market, you have no idea what even a landing page should look like, then what you should do is you should look at how your competitors create their landing pages. Does the video auto start, or do people have to click the button to start? Are they using YouTube? Are they using Vimeo? Is the headline, really big? Is it going for the pain point? Is it going for the benefit? So just model your page based on your competitor's page. So just by doing some research, we found this course. And we were creating and selling a course at that time for video marketing. So we found this course, and his simple headline was, in 6 simple steps, copy the secrets behind a YouTube channel making $10,531 a month, right? And as you can see also, by the way, when you jumped onto this webinar, I was using a similar trick. I was using some results as well, right? But he's giving 6 simple steps. He's actually breaking it down even more. And of course, those steps would involve using the software. But by looking at that sales page, I knew what was working for him, right? So I found a few reviews of this product online as well, so I knew that people were buying and using this, so I knew he was making money. You know, that's all you really need for people to give honest reviews, or even people who are complaining. That's a good thing because they're actually using the product. So you know that this guy is selling at least a few copies, right? So just by looking at that, I knew that, okay, that sales page is good. Let's recreate that in our own image. Let's take the most important elements of it and build one of our own. But that's step number 2. I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. But I just don't want you to model the one sales page. I want you to model their funnel, their entire business in a way, if you think about it. And I recently did that as well with another business. So some of you may know, some of you may not. We have a business called JobRack. JobRack is where we act as middlemen and we help connect entrepreneurs with job seekers from Eastern Europe. Right? So we have a lot of service-based business, let's say, but I wanted to offer more. I wanted to offer training. I wanted to offer consultations. I wanted to offer mentoring. And I had no idea where to start. I had no idea what my funnel should look like. So what I did was I modeled my competitor. I looked at one of my closest competitors. In this case, I'm going to show you this one, but just to talk about that as well, I found one of my competitors and I realized that their cheapest product was $97. And their highest priced product, the mentoring program, was $14,000. That gave me ideas that I could, we were in the same market, that I could as well create a similar product. I could do it a little bit differently, or I could even underprice it, or I could just do my own thing, but similar to what he's doing. So now suddenly, just by doing some research, and again, I'll show you how, just by doing some research, I was able to have let's say a loss leader, something that wouldn't make me a lot of money, at $97. Then the next product was $497, and the next product was $14,000, paid over a year. That's my funnel, and that's a pretty good funnel. So the way to model your competitors is use this thing that you see over here, this code, site, semicolon, and then the site name. When you do that, Google will give you all the pages associated with that website, all the pages. And here's why that's good. If you were to ask someone else, first you would have to go to this product, Tube Mastermind, then you would have to buy it. Then you would go to the upsell page, you will buy that as well, just to see what the funnel is like. But now that you have all the pages that Google is listing to you, you can create a visual funnel in front of you. You know that that's the front end offer. You know that that's the upsell, for example, or maybe another page is the upsell. And just by looking at that, you know what their funnel looks like. Sometimes by accident, you might even find their thank you page, which is openly listed. They shouldn't do it. They should protect their sites. But hey, if they don't, you might get lucky. You might actually find the course online for free. Right? So just type in that and you'll be able to immediately see what your competitor is doing. Does that make sense, by the way? Let me know. Are you with me so far? Give me a quick yes, if you are. Okay, Eleanor says light bulb. Excellent. You're saying yes, but I want you to say light bulb as well. Perfect. Perfect. This is a new one. Yes, makes sense. I can't repeat, but basically what I'm saying is you can take this string that I've shown you for any website, you can put it on Google, and it'll tell you all the pages listed under that website. Okay? So that's what I want you to do. And I mean, you might even get luckier. So let me actually show you this. So when I started researching this one, I even found their JV page. So this is the trick that I showed you to Google site, semicolon.sitename.com. When I did that, I even found the JV page. So I found their emails as well. I found the funnel. I mean, check that out. Instead of spending, I think for this one, I would have had to spend like $80 or $90. But instead of spending that money, I just, it took me 2 minutes. I found their swipes. I found their the product description. I found the funnel, what it looked like. I found the sales pages. I mean, how cool is that? Now, if I want to create a video product that is somewhat similar, right, I can just go ahead and, again, I'm not saying to copy them. Like, please understand, I'm really not asking you to copy someone else. But I can get inspired by it. It happens so often that I want to sell something sometimes, but I have no idea where to start. again, going back to the 14,000 example, I knew at the back of my mind that I wanted to do some kind of mentoring, but I just didn't know how to charge for it. So looking at a funnel like this, I immediately know that, okay, here's what I need to do. I mean, he's even giving you emails, for crying out loud. This is the best intel research that you can do. It might not work every time. I'll put my hands up. It might not work in every case. But if you start with somewhat broader horizon, you go into something specific, and then you find a product that you think looks nice, you would like to create something similar, you can do this and get a good understanding. Right? So that's what you can do in step number 1. And if you think maybe, okay, here's what actually someone's asking right now, that, okay, but how do we know it actually works? How do we know it actually sells? Very good question. Here's what you can do. If you still feel that this might not be a good offer to promote, let's say, to build of your own, here's what you can do. You can promote it as an affiliate to begin with. Right, so take whatever traffic mechanisms you were going to take. Maybe you were going to run ads, maybe you were going to do blog posts, maybe you were going to do Facebook posting. Whatever it is you were going to do, become an affiliate. Because once you become an affiliate, you will have a clear ROI. So spend 15 days on it. Not too long, not too little, but spend 15 days on marketing that offer as an affiliate. See how much money that makes you, and see if it's worth the ROI. If you make $1,000 just as an affiliate, you know that that's a damn good offer. You know that you can create something similar or even better and actually make $2,000 in 15 days, because then you keep 100%, right? So promote as an affiliate first till you can see if it has value or not. And when you realize it does, build your own. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you, there's so many people out there that started promoting an offer as an affiliate, became the biggest affiliate of that offer, and then became competitors to that vendor. It is feasible. It is definitely possible. So once you prove the formula, feel free to deviate from that. Feel free to create your own. Become an affiliate first, then you become a vendor. Okay? Someone's asking, how would you get the URL to begin with, the sales page? I mean, competitive research. You know, I mentioned this earlier, but simply go to Google and let me just put that there and say something like, training, again, going back to that, you know, video example, training for video to meet companion, right? Just do this, and again, you can search for this inside of ClickBank as well, and you can find something. I mean, there you go. That's a website that, you know, offers this kind of service, and you can already look in there. Maybe they have some resources listed that people can refer to. If they're blog posts, you can have ebooks. Right? If there's a blog post, they can be an ebook. That's the point. So you don't need to start big. You just need to come up with a simple idea, and you need to test it out. Courtney says light bulb as well. Perfect. Lilac, like I said, I want you to try a site name. So let me, how should I do this? I think, let me find this one. Oops, I think I want to try the other one. Let me find the site name. In this case was, I think, tubemastermind.com, right? So I'll go to this site, http tubemastermind.com. There you go. So Lilac, that's what I meant. Let me know. Is that clear? I mean, I found 4 pages. I even found a link to the members area, but of course it's not open. That's fine. But here's the upgrade page. Here's the main sales page. Here's the JV page. It's all there. It's basically all there, right? So you can reverse engineer a lot of things like that, a lot of different things. Perfect. Okay, now let's plow ahead. Let's go into step number 2. Step number 2 now is about you basically cloning the proven funnel. Now, I am going to demonstrate the software in this step, and Alvin's here on the call with me as well, and he's going to help me too. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Alvin, for sharing that. So he's going to help me as well. When I need him, I'll bring him on. But now you need to clone the proven funnel. So what does that actually mean for you? Let's assume that you've tested it as an affiliate, and you know that it works, and now you want to build your own a little bit differently, but you like their style, you like the way they lay things out, you like their headlines, you like, you know, a lot of different things that they do. You are a fan of their business, but you want your own. So here's what we need. Typically, we need a sales funnel and we need a membership site. Then we need email automation, so autoresponder of some sort. We need an affiliate system if you want to recruit affiliates, that is. You need a support desk and maybe a blog if it's a long-term thing, right? It really depends. Like I think everyone likes to blog. I mean, I love to blog as well, but not everyone can do it long-term. And really, you have two options. Either you go head-on into ads, you spend $50 a day into ads, or you write a couple of blog posts a week. That's what you can do. It's up to you, whatever route you want to take. I'm going to give you both the options in the third step. Now, in this case, typically, to begin with, we need a sales funnel and a membership site, and as I mentioned, an affiliate program as well if you're going to recruit affiliates. Right? Now, let me just ask you this. Let me ask you this question. I was just thinking the context where I was. If you could set up, one of these funnels for yourself, and I know I said $2,749 per day. I mean, that's, really good number, really big number. That might not always happen, as I mentioned earlier in the disclaimer. So even if you were to do, let me remove this, even if you were to do $749 a day with one funnel, would you do it? How many funnels would you create? I would create many, and I do create many. And typically what stops us is either cost or time. It can become really expensive. I mean, I have a big team, so it's kind of expensive, but I don't have a lot of time. So I can't do it myself. I need my team's help to do that. So typically one of these two things will stop you. And at least what I want to do is try and solve the major one for you, which is the cost, and by doing so also sort out the time issue. Because if you had, again, going back to the table I showed you earlier, if you had 6 different tools operating everything, you would spend a lot of money and you would spend a lot of time in each of these tools, and they don't even talk to each other, right? My job is to kind of show you how to do everything under one roof, everything in one place. Okay, so again, there we go. My job is to remove the expenses of the sales funnel, remove the expenses of the membership site, off the blog, off the email automation, affiliate system, support desk, basically bring that down to as little as possible. That's my job. And I want to show you InstaSuite for this, because this is a tool that really encompasses everything into one place. So this tool has 6 sections, and I know you will have a lot of questions about this, especially as I go along. I will come to them a little bit later, I promise. So this tool has 6 sections. One is a funnel builder, then you have the membership builder, then you have the blog builder, list builder, affiliate center, and the support desk, everything built into one. So again, the 6 key components that you need in your business as part of infrastructure, that's all available here. So let's go into the funnel builder right now. When we go into the funnel builder, you'll see that I've already created a few funnels here. So, some were created in October, some in February, and some quite recently as well. This is the one, by the way, that generated over $10,000 for us in 7 days. So it was quite a successful funnel. And actually, I could just show you that. But before I do that, I want to show you the entire process from starting to end. So let's actually start with the new funnel. So when you click that button, it gives you an option to choose either an opt-in funnel, sales funnel, product launch funnel, or a webinar funnel. In this case, I'm going to go for an opt-in funnel because I want to keep it simple enough. I want to show you how to start from the very basic. I want no downsells and I want 1 upsell. And I don't need an opt-in confirmation page. I don't need a bridge page in between. I think we can just go with it. Now, let's call this one a live demo funnel. Okay? And I think we can maybe even build for this Tube Mastermind. Now I know this one doesn't have an opt-in page, so let's just assume that we can have an opt-in page in the beginning. We want to do even better than what everyone else has done. So I can change the description here. So I can say the $10,000 317 case study, which is I think what we have. I think that's the number we have. But anyway, let's call it that. And then what I need to do is I need to select the template. So when you go in, we have about 100 different templates, each categorized differently. We're planning to add some more as well as we go along. I mean, this is something we'll continue to improve over time. So I'm just going to go for the squeeze templates. I can also start from scratch, but I'm just going to go for the squeeze templates in this case because I think I want to get up and running immediately. I like this one. I think this one always makes me feel very calm. So I can go for this one. I think it's simple enough to show in this case. You can choose something else, of course, if you want. So when we open up this template, then we can change the background here. So let's see if I can do that, because GoToWebinar is interfering. Let me move GoToWebinar. Okay, so I can click here and I can change the block settings. So at the moment, as you can see, it has a height in place as well, a minimum height. So I can change that. I can change the borders. I can also change the background image. So right now, this is the background image. I can instead put a background video if I want to. If I have a YouTube video, I can put that as a background video. Let me find one of the videos actually from YouTube. Now you have to know watch a lot of political stuff, so you will see a lot of that in here. But let me just grab this one. There's something Susanna had built earlier today. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and I can put this one in, and when I publish the page live, then this will show up. You can also use the background image, so I can say nice background images. Let's go with that, and let's see if I can find one quickly. Oh, this one looks actually quite nice, I think. So I'll just view image. I'll just take a direct link for now, although typically you should really have rights to use the images, but I'm just trying to show you how this works. Let me just delete this, and I'll go for the background image, and I'll say this. Perfect. Oh, it's not big enough. That works a bit. That's not big enough, so I wouldn't use this because it doesn't quite work in this case. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. So I wouldn't use that background image. I could use the previous one, but the point is that you can customize this page as much as you. You can change the headline. So if I click here, I could say opt in to see our 10,317 case study. Right, here's my form. I can click over here and I can hook it up. So this is my form ID, right? So I can connect it with either an email list within InstaSuite, right? So there are many different email lists within InstaSuite. I can connect it to an outside email list. So there are different API-based email lists over here. I can also register people to a webinar event. I can then also register people to a webinar and subscribe them to a list. And then I can also do custom integration, which means that if I have a self-hosted autoresponder, I can just click here, put in the HTML form code of that particular list, and then I can start collecting leads over here, right? If I want to add new elements here, so if I want to go here and say, let's add a new box. So if I want to add a new box, I can add a new box here, right? I can put some more information here. And just to show you, by the way, what this page will look like, let's see as well. I'm not sure about the overlapping images here. It's a bit, yeah, it's not quite nice because of this image, right? But I can do that in this case as well. Let me see if I can find a better background image. Otherwise, it will keep bothering me. Or Alvin, maybe you can give me one if you can find one. Let's see. Okay, so let's try this one if it's any better. All right. But the cool part, I mean, I will say this, that personally what I like the most is that I can play with it all day long, and it just, you know, works out really well in the end. That one for some reason didn't copy. Okay, oh well. But the point is, at least we have our old image back, so that looks kind of nice. So I can add a new box here if I want to. I can put in more images inside. I can put a video here as well. I can put some countdown timer here or up there. I mean, you've seen the page, right? So you probably actually landed on, let me see, which page did you land on? So you probably landed on this page. And when you did, you saw, you know, the logo, the headline, a video, a countdown timer, different things. And you saw all these comments from people as well, which I will go to and respond a bit later. And you probably commented there as well. So the point is that you can build pages like this really quickly, really, really quickly. But the thing I like the most, and I don't know about you, but I'm quite a visual person, right? So I need to, I'll just go back, I need to be able to visualize what my funnel will look like, you know, how it will behave. So what I can do in this case is I can choose this. I can say, okay, this is my front page, and let's add these two in there. Okay, this is my front page, and I want to connect them too. So when people buy, there we go. There we go. So when people go from the opt-in page, they will go to the upsell page in this case. I won't straight away send them to a thank you page. They will go to the upsell page. And if they choose to buy, for example, then I will send them to the thank you page. If they don't choose to buy, maybe I can add another page here, which is like a downsell, right? So let me actually do that for you. Let me show you. Let me just save this. Okay, let's add a downsell as well. And actually, why am I doing that? I could just do this for you. I could just take this upsell page and say, oops, and say, let's clone it. I could clone it as well. Let me just save this flowchart and hide the sales flow. There we go. Then I can, well, let's see if I can do this. Okay, I think something is blocking me. But I can add a new page. So I can just click on downsell and I could choose launch, say create page, and there we go, downsell, right? So that's already there. Let me see the sales flow. Sales flow is here. Let me refresh this quickly. There we go. So when the downsell page shows up here, I can then also put it here and then say if someone doesn't buy it, then send them to the downsell page and then finally send them back to the thank you page. So this is a way for me to easily visualize a funnel. What do you think? I mean, if you were able to visualize a funnel like that, would that be easy? Would that be straightforward? What do you think? Yes, good. Yes, yes, yes. Someone's asking about the domains. Actually, that's very, very cool. So let me just go in and show you this. If I go into edit site, there we go. So right now it's setting up on InstaSuite domain. I can choose to map it to a domain of our own or a subdomain of our own. And both of these have instructions, detailed instructions on how to do it. And you can basically point it to your own domain. So people don't see the InstaSuite branding if you don't want them to. But what I do like is the fact that you can actually also make money as an affiliate, as an InstaSuite affiliate, if you keep the domain branding on, and if you have a little logo here, which shows up. I mean, again, it's more detailed stuff. That's, you know, kind of long-term, how to make more money with InstaSuite. But for now, what I want to show you is how easy it is to create funnels with InstaSuite. And as I showed you earlier, you have different kind of pages. You have the squeeze page, the sales page, the launch page, webinar, upsell page, and other pages, which include thank yous and confirmations. Okay, and there are a few more things there. And again, I probably can't show you everything right now. I'll come to this later. But you can also associate products with it. So you can say, okay, the goal type is that you can choose which products that you sell using this landing page, right? And InstaSuite will automatically calculate the total revenue. So if you have a membership site associated with it, if you have a membership site associated with a particular sales page, you can say, okay, the goal type is sales or the goal type is leads. And when, you know, this is the goal page, so when people land here, they basically count as a lead. Okay, so this is a way for you to manage your results right over here. And you can also, as I showed you earlier, you can clone a page. So if I click here, this automatically clones the page for me. So I can then, there we go, I can then just edit this and I can make a different copy of it if I want to. I can also do split testing right over here. I can also do split testing. Okay, so this is basically Funnel Builder. All the key elements that you need to build your funnel. As I mentioned, you can forward it to your own domain, and then you also have, let me go up here, you also have a WordPress plugin here, which would allow you to basically highlight these pages easily inside of your WordPress website. So if you wanted to use some other WordPress plugins along with these pages, well, you can do that as well. Okay, so let me know if that's clear. Let me know if that's okay. And again, just to, I think as someone pointed out about overlapping functionalities and so on, let me just say this right now, and I think I should probably at this time show you a changelog. We first released this product, it was in development for 12 months, then we released this product back in, I think it was late October, right? So November 9, we released new features, we fixed a lot of bugs. Then November 18, we released new features, fixed a lot of bugs. Then December 28th, there was a long kind of break. We released big features and we fixed a few bugs. Then it was January 10th, then February 20th, February 27th, March 11th, March 28th, April 2nd, April 4th, which is just today. So we are continuously releasing more things into this. Because our goal really here is that if you get InstaSuite, you don't have to get any of these 6 things in future. That's our goal. It's a big goal, it's a very ambitious goal, but that's what we're aiming at. Now, let's go back here Oh, actually, I think I need to go back to this still. So that's just the funnel builder part. Let me go into the next one, which is the membership builder. This one, okay, I'll put my hands up, and I will say this because Susanna is leading a lot of development here. This one, when I first saw it, I wasn't so impressed because it wasn't really flexible enough. It couldn't do a lot of different things that I wanted it to do. But since then, since November till now, it's just grown leaps and bounds, and I'll show you this in a second. So the membership site builder is quite easy. If you were using this, if you were using a WordPress equivalent of that, or if you were using another SaaS tool, number one, that SaaS tool will be quite expensive, or it will be monthly price. But if you were going for WordPress, there are a few problems there as well. WordPress plugins are typically quite vulnerable to hacking attempts because they're open source. Remember that. Even if you buy a plugin for $47 or even $97, the program under that is open source, so they can get hacked pretty easily, right? But with what we have, because it's all SaaS-based, because we have built in a lot of security, there are no issues like that. Now, within this membership settings, what you can do is you can first come in, you can choose a base currency. We have a few options available, not so many, we're looking to add more, but then you can set up your membership site, and you can also show basically membership dashboard as well, where people can see all the products. There's simple settings that you can set, and when people are signing up, you can collect multiple details, not just their name and last name, but you can also collect their website, country, zip code, phone number if you so choose. Then you can also pick a theme and customize it. We have 5 themes at the moment built in here. I'm going to show you this customized part because this actually was added about 4 days ago, right? So typically, if I show you, let me actually go to. So this is what the site looks like right now, right? As you can see, this is what the site looks like at the moment. If I want to customize it, I will click here, and I could basically change the theme right from here, the color. So I could go for this one, right? You can see the colors have suddenly changed. If I go this, the colors suddenly changed. I don't like it so much. Colors have changed again. I actually prefer army green. Yeah. So colors have changed. I can change the background. I can put in my own image if I wanted to really brand it as myself. I can put in a new header logo if I wanted to. Right, so I can put custom text. So custom text logo could be KV Social, or in this case, InstaSuite. Right, so I can put all of that. I can change the header background color. I must admit I don't like that one so much, but then I'm not really visual person the same way, I guess. So I could do all of that. I could change the footer. I could change the button colors. I could do so much here within this membership area. It's so flexible. It's a very flexible members area right now. And when you're done with all of that, you can just exit out of it. You can just go back, and you can continue to then create products. Creating products, easy as well. If you've ever created a product and listed it somewhere, you'll know that you have to fill in a lot of different fields. This one, not the same. So when I'm creating a product, I'll come in here, I'll say live demo product. Just, this is a cool info product. Just some description. I'm going to say, okay, this is in USD. I can change it as well if I want to. Then the sales page for this is, where's the 10,001? There we go. That's the sales page for this product. We don't have a product image yet, but if we do, I could put that in here. Just a few other things you can do, support link as well. If I go then to the payment options, I could choose, okay, I want to use PayPal. You can integrate various different things here, so I can just show you this part. I mean, there are tons and tons of integrations available here. We integrate with Usign, for example. We integrate with different payment platforms. We integrate with autoresponders, webinar platforms, social media, and other SMTPs as well. So anyway, once we have this, then we go next and we set up a price. So we'll say, okay, we want this to be a subscription-based product, right? Not a lot of money. We'll just say $19.95 every 1 month, or it could be every 1 week, every 7 days. That's fine too. Recurring times, unlimited. Anyone can purchase it, and let's call this live demo subscription. Pay $19 per month for useful training. Right. Once you're done with all of that, then click on create product. When you do, let me go back here. When you do, it will give you a buy button, right? So if I just go here, if I go to the buy button, now anyone can go through that. Oh, the product isn't active yet. So anyone can go through that, and they can actually pay for that. Okay, anyone can go to that and they can buy that product. There we go. Let's activate this. They can buy that product from you. They can pay you money, and they will automatically be registered to this membership site. So again, creating a button via PayPal, so easy. Whoops, so easy, right? Then you can also, if people join a membership site, you can get them into multiple different places. You can get them into your email list. You can get them into autoresponders. You can get them into GoToWebinar, whatever, different places, right? And then the best part is adding content. So you can add new modules. So it's like a tree structure. You can add a module. When you add a module, you can then add content as well. And let me show you how cool it is to add new content. If I go and click edit here, it's all drag and drop. Interesting. Let me actually go back to one of the products that we already have set up. So it's kind of easy to show. Yeah, let's go ahead, because I think that is still propagating. So if I go in here and if I add new content, I could just take this one, for example, and I could click edit. Okay, so let me just pause that. I can then drag and drop this text here. I can drag and drop a video box, right? Let me just say, okay, there, I can delete this one. I can say, okay, if I want to hook this up with YouTube, I'll put the YouTube URL, Vimeo, or direct embed code if it's from Amazon, S3, anywhere else. I can format this. I can change the page as well. If I click over here, I can change what the page colors look like. You probably saw this before already. And when I'm happy with it, I'll just click save and just exit. So even the content builder is drag and drop. You can have images, you can have clear descriptions, you can change slugs. It's basically for you, and this is the cool part as well, right? So you can choose what price levels you want to show some units to. So if you have a course with basic units and advanced units, you can automatically choose, and you don't need two memberships. You don't need two products. You just need one product, and you can choose what shows for which set of users. Is that clear? Let me know. And if I'm going too slow now because I'm in demo mode, if I'm going too slow, let me know and I can fix that. I can run through it very quickly. Okay? All right, I think I'm okay then. I think the speed is okay. Okay, excellent. Okay, Shane, I might have missed your full question, but again, like I said, I'll come to it a bit later. But let me show you the third part of it. The third part of it is the blog builder. Now, like I said, I'll put my hands up. It might not be for everyone because not everyone wants to write. Not everyone needs to write. But if you do, then typically you would go for WordPress, and that makes perfect sense. I think WordPress is a good platform if you're getting started with it because it's quite flexible. You can use a lot of different plugins with it, and you can do a lot of different things. What we are intending to do, though, is we're intending to also take over WordPress a little bit, not in every way, but you will see already that we have a few functionalities built in that challenge WordPress already, and we're building more and more as we go forward. So when you first come in, you can optimize your website with an SEO title, keywords, description. You can hide the blog from search engine, or you can show it. You can choose a top menu. I haven't set a menu yet, but you can create a menu and you can set a top menu. So let's, again, just like you do in WordPress, let's say live demo menu. And if I create one, I can add new elements to it, right? At the moment, no pages are listed here, but if there were, I could add new elements to it as well. Let's go back to settings. I can change footer text, update services, you know, all different kinds of things. But the cool one that I like is widgets. So every blog, you know, typically a blog on the right-hand side has some widgets. I have widgets placed as well in here. I'll just save this. So widgets are these little objects that help you do a specific thing, that help you maybe collect leads, search through the blog, list out categories, list out tags, latest posts, RSS feeds, and so on. So those are all the different widgets that are available here. If you want to create your own, as long as you know HTML, you can do that as well. Then, as I showed you earlier, this was a menu that I was building. I can then pick a theme as well. So these are two themes that are available. I'm going to customize this as well. And again, this is really, really cool, right? Because till actually yesterday, you couldn't customize this, but we've just built this in. So you can now actually click on this button and you can change the header color. Remember you saw this earlier as well? There we go. I still don't like it. I'm so bad with colors. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to change colors. Okay, so you can change color. You can change the body color, this color here that you see as well. You can change the footer color, and you can change the button colors as well. I think I will in this case. Yeah. So this is basically an easy way to customize your entire site, right? It's easy for you now without any technical skills. I mean, let me ask you this question. If you had a WordPress site and you wanted to change the header color, what would you have to do? Because I know that you would need technical skills to do that, right? You would need to be able to basically know some CSS, some HTML, God forbid JavaScript, and it's just too complicated. It's just too complicated, right? So this is something that you can use as well. Okay, so in this case, writing a blog post is quite easy. You can just go to this part where it says all posts. You can add a new one. It's a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. You can put the URL here, enter the title, some little description that can be seen on Google. Put the blog post here, image, thumbnail, SEO title, SEO keyword, SEO description, tags, categories, allows comments, allows social share buttons, publish it, and you're good to go. Just like any other blog post. Just like any other blog post. Tell me this. Again, yes or no. Do you see these things in WordPress as well? What you see here, do you often see this on WordPress as well? I mean, do you think we've kind of mirrored it pretty closely? You cannot upload plugins. You know, we're not WordPress, so no, you cannot upload plugins. Daniel, we don't have drag and drop feature to build the blog. We are thinking about it though. It's a bit more complicated because it requires, like, a blog is a bigger architecture, so we're thinking about it. Okay. Okay. So some of you are asking questions. Like, there's a question that just came in. Is there a possibility to import WordPress posts? At the moment, no, but it's a very good idea. I will look into that. You know, that's why I said I'll look at all the chat questions later and see if there's something we can still do to improve the software, which I know we can. I know we can. Okay, so that's the blog builder. Let's go into the next part. It just keeps getting better. The next part is the list builder. List builder is your email autoresponder. Let me ask you this question. What email autoresponder do you own at the moment? Someone said Maillit. That's more of a broadcaster, but sure. I mean, if you have Maillit, you can still use the HTML option to collect leads. But tell me, what autoresponder do you host? Jim, I didn't see your question. I apologize, but like I said, if it's technical, I'll come to that at the end. I hope you can wait. So GetResponse, Aweber, Insta, Aweber, Nothing, Sendy, Aweber, Mailzingo, GetResponse, SendReach, SendGrid. Yeah, so Kelly, this is also an autoresponder, right? So here's what you can do with this one. With this one, you do need an SMTP, by the way. And if you missed it, I covered this in a training on how to build your own SMTP for $5 a month. That's like a hosting provider that mails on your behalf. So that I covered in the training. I can give it to you as well later. If you missed it, that's okay. So typically what you do is you link it up with your default SMTP. You can have multiple, and that's fine. You put in your from name, the from email. You can blacklist email addresses. You can blacklist domains. So for example, we found that the bounce rates to some of the domains are really high. We can blacklist them here. You can blacklist IP addresses as well, right? You can allow unsubscribes to resubscribe to the same list, and you can block role-based stuff. So there's a lot of things you can do here which actually don't even exist in Aweber, for example, which I think is really cool. Then you come in and you create a list. So let me just create a quick one here. I'll create a list, live demo email. This is all okay. Just put in your real address. I'm just going to put a test address here. I'll say Neil Napier, CEO, InstaSuite. Actually, Neil Napier and Susanna should mention her as well. Say submit. Okay, the list is ready. Just like you do in any other autoresponder, the list is ready. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a sequence. Sequence is an autoresponder sequence, right? So the list in this case is this one. Let's call this welcome series. Say submit. Sequence is added. Then we can start adding new steps, right? So this email, for example, goes 0 days after subscription. Okay, let's just save this one. Preview and test. I could email it to myself here, and I can see what it looks like, right? Email sent. I can check spam score quickly, and I can see the spam score is fine, and I can save the step. Perfect. It's done. Let's add a new step. So if I click here, I can then say, okay, the next email I want to go after 2 days. Hello again. I can personalize it. I shouldn't put that there. I can personalize the email, for example, with subscribers' email, first name, last name. Remember, I have all of this. I have the site title and URL as well. So I could say, hey, this is Neil Napier from KV Social. That's the site title. So I can put that in as well, right? So when this is done too, let's save the step. Perfect. So this is how you build your autoresponder series. Easy. Very easy. If you want to do broadcast, you can do broadcasts as well. So if you choose that, okay, I want to send a new email to multiple lists, you can come in and say, okay, choose a recipient. I want the email to go to both of these recipients and this as well, right? Limit, you can put that you want it to go to everyone, or maybe just 100 people, up to you, right? Then you can select one of the emails from the template. There you go, it's already pre-filled. If not, you can just do one from scratch. That's fine as well. When it's done, you can schedule it immediately and preview and test. Again, same thing, you can email it to yourself and then save. I'm not going to save because I will accidentally send an email to them, but when you save, the email will go out to them and they will get your broadcast immediately. You can add or import your own subscribers as well. So if you click here, you can basically click on add and you can add a name and email address. If you want to click import, you can upload a complete CSV file, right? Or you can manually put the name and email address like this per line, and you can click here so we know that you have permission, and then you can import all the leads as well. So this is basically your email autoresponder. If you go to dashboard, you can see all the statistics about basically how many lists you have, how many active subscribers you have, and like I told you, this is not our main account. And then you can also see detailed statistics under here in reports and stats. What do you think about this? I mean, I know you have GetResponse, Aweber, SendLane, Sendy. Do you think you could use this in your business? Do you think that you could import your leads into InstaSuite, connect it with your SMTP, and be good to go? Cancel your GetResponse, cancel your Aweber. What do you think? Do you have to have double opt-in, or can you do one-step opt-in? You can do single opt-in, that's fine. That's fine, no problem at all. Okay? Everyone's saying it's awesome. I know we have a lot of people on the call still, and Alvin and Bilal, I hope you can still manage the chat because we have way too many responses coming in still. That's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. I will use Amazon SES with this. Please do. Is it possible to send broadcast to a specific segment? Not as yet. You can send a broadcast to people, to unopens, for example, but who clicked or didn't click, that's something we still plan to build in within the next couple of months. Okay, so again, this is, I mean, I will say this is a work in progress. It does so much that already major autoresponders do. Now we're just looking to extend that slowly based on our daily business leads. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, let me then go into the next one. We have two more big features left here. One is Affiliate Center, one is a support desk. So Affiliate Center will be relevant when you are recruiting affiliates. And actually, one of our customers from the 1.0 launch, he was desperately recruiting affiliates for his launch, and he was doing really well with it. I think he was doing, $500 or so a week without affiliates. Then he went out and started looking for affiliates, which is great. So when you're looking for affiliates, and this is kind of new UI that Susanna showed me today, and I thought this looks fantastic. You can set up general settings here, so you can have affiliate lifetime cookies for 365 days, for 30 days, up to you. You can choose to manually approve new affiliates, and you can also allow visitors to sign up as affiliates without first purchasing a product. So if you're building an MLM, someone said, I want to build an MLM. If that's the case, you can choose no, so people can only sign up if they first buy from you. Right? So that's something you can build in as well. Then you can build in a form editor, collect all the important details that you need from them. There we go. Then I should save it. Okay. Then you can also send them an email notification when an account is created for them. So with the built-in SMTP, you can send them an email notification when affiliates are approved, when affiliates are pending, and when you send affiliate commission. So you can basically turn all of these on or off, up to you. So you can choose, by the way, again, just to clarify if it wasn't clear, you can choose to pay commissions instantly, or you can choose to pay commissions after some time. That is entirely up to you. We're not involved in that decision. Okay? So once you're done with this, this is the basic settings. Then you can add banners for your program. You can add email swipes for your programs as well. So you click on here, and you can type in your swipe. So you can say it's for this product. We don't have a template. Let's call this pre-sale 1. And you can say, hey, this is the pre-sale 1 email. Right? You can personalize it as well if you want to. You can actually put all these different personalizations in. That's completely fine. So it will allow you basically to deliver to your affiliates exactly what it is they're looking for. You can choose their commission. So you can say, okay, I want to add a plan that for this particular product, for Insta series, for example, I want to, let's say, call this main plan. I want to, for tier 1, which is the immediate affiliate, I want to give them 50%. For tier 2, I want to give them 10%. Right? Then you can enable recurring commissions as well. And payout delay, you can say, okay, it's 30 days. So you get paid after 30 days. And if you choose this, then you can give specific affiliates higher commissions. So very easy to basically go in and manage all of your affiliates. Okay, if you've changed some commissions, you'll see them here. Same with recurring, you'll see here as well. And just to kind of show basically what your affiliates see, this is the area that they see. This is the landing area that they will see when they come. They'll be able to log in or sign up. And you can, again, change a few things here as well. We're adding more things as we go along, but you can change a few things here as well. Okay, let's exit this out. So if you were recruiting affiliates, I mean, really typically you would look for options like ClickBank, JVZoo, Zaxa. There's nothing wrong with them. They are great solutions, but they are expensive solutions. JVZoo will take 5%, ClickBank will take 10%. I think Zaxa is like $99 a month. If you can afford to pay it, by all means, they're great. Pay it. But if you can't, if you don't want to pay $100 a month just so that you can recruit affiliates, InstaSuite checks all the boxes for the info products, of course. Okay, so when you want to pay out affiliates, you can go here and you can see who is owed what. And the payout is available for PayPal only, which means the commissions will appear here, and then you can choose to pay out affiliates from there. What do you think about this? Do you think you would use this in your business? Do you have affiliates at the moment? Tell me, or do you want to get affiliates? Tutorials are here, by the way. All the tutorials are listed here. Oh, for some reason, I think it's my site, but all the tutorials are listed there. Okay, don't have affiliates, you want to build them, that's fine. This is powerful, great. What about Stripe? Stripe is available, but you still have to pay commissions manually yourself. We don't do adaptive Stripe payments. You can't actually do them. It all has to be manual anyway. Okay? Okay, perfect, perfect. Eventually, hey, listen, eventually if we have like 10,000 people, we'll also build our own affiliate network here. So you can promote each other's products if you so choose to, but not just yet, it's too early. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's move on to the last part, which again is still a pretty big part, and that's the support desk. So when you sell something, you have to provide after-sales support. The worst thing you can do as a professional is provide that support via Gmail address. Please don't do that. If you do that, please do not do that. Instead, what you can do is you can set up your own support desk. So, and you can do that within InstaSuite. So this way people can basically come straight to here. They can search through the knowledge base. If they don't find it, they can request a ticket. Right? They can log a ticket right over here, and they'll get an email confirmation. You'll get an email, and you can respond to that ticket. So you have staff here. How many people do you want? You have departments. So you can divide departments into tech, design, support, sales support, whatever you want. You can tag things, tag tickets. And these are just general settings as well. You know, basically automating things. Okay? Then this is what the ticket form looks like. You can customize it here if you want to as well. And these are some of the canned responses. So let's say if someone contacts you outside the working hours, right? Or whenever they contact you, you can send them an automatic email, say, hey, we don't work outside of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Please, you know, we'll get back to you within the next 24 hours. you can send them that response immediately. Okay, you can build a knowledge base. If you have a product that you sell often, you can, all the FAQs that come over to you, you can answer them with this. You can build a knowledge base. You can choose a theme as well. At the moment, I think we only have one theme, but you can choose this theme as well. And I do believe at the moment that you can customize it. I think, let me see. Yeah, we do have the option to customize this as well. There we go. So you can customize this as well. Right? All the tickets are viewable here. So if you have any team members working on this, all the tickets are viewable here. And you can view the outside of the support desk right over here. But all the tickets people can respond to, so they can open this, for example. And someone from your team can respond to this. Reply. And easy peasy. Just don't use Gmail. Do not use Gmail. Okay? Can the support desk be shown in a different language? So if you mean this content, yes, you can of course change it. Let me just see if I can go back into settings. If I go to choose theme, let's customize. Okay, I have to talk to Suzanne about it, but yeah, there we go. Well, there we go. This is my bad attempt at Spanish, so I apologize. But yes, you can customize this in a different language as well if you wanted to do that. No problem. The front end can be customized. I mean, it's basically you typing, so that's all you need to do, customize. Okay. Rod, this is SaaS based. This is completely online based, software as a service. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's actually go back to the presentation now, if that's okay. I can always come back to presentation a bit later. When I've run out of voice, Alvin will jump in, I'm sure. But let's go back. And again, I want to just go back to this point again. So Alvin, just note that I'm going to take off my headphones because they're weighing on my ears now. But I'll go back to this point. So as you can see, all these different tools, if you use them individually, cost you a lot of money. My job today is to save you that money. My job today is to give you all these different things in one place and also at a price that is affordable. So the whole thing is called InstaSuite, but you know, before I come to that, before I actually give you the button to get the product early today, I want to go to step number 3 because I know a lot of you are excited, so you probably forgot Neil had a step number 3. Yes, we do have a step number 3, and that is basically driving costs without any upfront cost. Driving traffic without any upfront cost. So step number 3, in this case, you can choose to use Facebook as a traffic source for your products. So I want to use the example of, let me go back and see if I can show you truth about apps. So do you know this website, by the way, truthaboutapps.com? Give me a quick yes if you know this. No, yes, okay. It's a very famous site. I mean, I think at the peak of it, they said it was making $1 million a day in sales, which is absolutely crazy, but apparently that was the case. So this is a website where people actually learn about how to get better apps. I think even I went there at one point. So, you know, it's a good website. I think it does its job. It's pretty good. But the thing is that if you want to enter into the same business, what do? Remember, step number 1 is basically looking at what your competitor's doing. Step number 2 is kind of mimicking that. But then step number 3 is kind of making sure that you can sell in that market, right? So step number 3 is making sure that you can sell in that market. What I use for that one is SimilarWeb, and this really only works for the bigger products. I mean, bigger websites. It wouldn't work for smaller competitors. But I can go in here, I can put in this website details. So I'll just click on start as soon as I can, yeah. And this will get me some very crucial information about this website. Very crucial information, right? So it'll get me information about traffic, how much traffic they're getting. As you can see, this has been in decline in the last few months. I don't know why, but I mean, they're almost halved in traffic, which is quite bad, I think, right? You can see where the traffic is coming from. So if you're doing any kind of Facebook advertisement, you know that for fitness markets, these are the top 5 countries you need to reach out to, especially Canada and Australia, because the traffic is growing for some reason. And you can see the major traffic sources for this one were direct, and then some referrals, some mails, and some display ads as well. And the display ads is where I'm really, really interested, Because if I go down, okay, referrals is good, by the way, right? So if you notice this website, let me see if I can open this in a new page. Okay, the Nutrition Watchdog. Okay, so I know that this is a website that will write about abs, for example, right? They will, if I reach out to them and say, hey, I have a great product that works really well for people who want like nice abs, would you like to review it? I can possibly reach out to them because clearly they're also driving a lot of traffic to truth about abs, right? What do you think? I mean, I think if I reach out to them and if I, let's say if this was a much smaller site, I could reach out to them and I could make a deal, say, hey, listen, I want to drive $500 of traffic every month with you. But before I do that, I just want to try it out for 7 days, whether or not it's worth it. Like I want to make a contract, but before I do, I want to make sure that, you know, it's a win-win deal. So you can make that deal, and for 7 days, you get free traffic to your funnels. This is kind of a hustle, right? So for 7 days, you get free traffic to your funnel. And when you get that free traffic, if it converts, great. Make a deal to continue to advertise. If it doesn't convert, move on to the next platform. So tell me if this makes sense. Again, tell me if you have a light bulb moment. If you don't, I'll go again. You go find an advertiser that you want to work with. You say, hey, I want to advertise on your website, but I want to try it for 7 days first, if it's okay. If they say yes, you get free traffic for 7 days. Like I said, if it makes you money, by all means jump in and continue to use it. If it doesn't make you money, go to the next one. There are so many websites out there, so many blogs. So if I go for, again, remember that video example I was using, widow companionship blogs, right? So, geez, that's a blog by the same name. So if you go there, you can basically ask them that, hey, listen, you know, I want to drive traffic with you, and can you tell me how much it costs? And when they come back with a number, say, okay, how many visits can I expect? They come back with a number, say, okay. Say, can I please try it for 3 days, 7 days, just to kind of see what it's like, if it's okay. Sure, do it, right? So you can do that as well. You can do that in this case as well. That's what I would recommend for traffic most of all. Is, of course, you can do the method where you find influencers, where you find basically ways in which you can reach out to them. But what I would strongly recommend, and what works really, really well, is figure out how others are advertising and follow the same pattern, follow the same trend. You can use Facebook too. I mean, Facebook has so many groups in there that talk about these things. You can reach out to people in those groups, and that's completely fine as well. But if you go for the display ads, that's where it's at, especially if you want free traffic just to try out your funnels. So 3 steps. Step number 1, ethically steal over $100,000 of funnels from competitors. Step number 2 is cloning the proven funnel. And step number 3, using Facebook or display ads as your traffic platform of choice. What do you think so far, by the way? Are you blown away by this or not? I mean, if you're not, please tell me. It's okay. I promise I won't do this training again. Let me know if you're blown away by this. Good. Good. Again, I'll come to the link very soon. So just stick with me for a bit longer. I know it's late and I apologize. Stick with me, but I'll come to the link very, very soon. And I really appreciate everyone who's been on the call so far. Like, I really, really do. I really, really do. Okay? All right. So let's get into it. Let me show you exactly how much InstaSuite will cost you today. So you can do all these different things. I won't go through it again. So you have a page builder, funnel builder built in. You have a membership builder, a blog builder, list builder, affiliate system, support desk as well. And then you have results tracking too. I didn't show you that part, but within reports and stats, you can track results as well. So there are these tons of different things that are already built into InstaSuite. I mean, it's like a 6-in-1, but really it's like 20-in-1. So much stuff is built in. This is the first of its kind all-in-one marketing suite that doesn't break your bank. Honestly, I think ClickFunnels is the only one that comes close, but that's even $297 a month, and it doesn't do most of what I've shown you today. It doesn't have a blog built in, it doesn't have support desk built in, so those 2 things are definitely missing as well. from there. So let me show you basically what InstaSuite can mean for you. What you're getting today is a one-time payment. For one-time payment, you're getting lifetime access to InstaSuite. You're getting full-time support from us. And then we have some bonuses lined up for you as well. Number one, we're giving you access to InstaStore Pro, which is our Amazon AliExpress store builder. We're going to be doing a lot of webinars over the coming weeks where we'll show you basically how best to use InstaSuite. So you're getting a webinar series as bonus as well. Then you're getting an application called Smart Graphic Designer. This comes from Susanna's team. Then you're getting a WordPress ebook maker. You're getting this with PLR rights, so you can actually use InstaSuite to sell this as well. And then you're getting bonus number 5, which is WP Instant Decor, which is an easy-to-use plugin that you can, again, for WordPress, you can install and use on your blogs. You can make them look better if you still really want to use WordPress for that. Now, we do have some exclusive bonuses for this webinar only, which I'm going to take down names. So after this session, I'm going to go into Zaxa. I'm going to take down names of anyone who's jumping in. And just for this webinar, we have some exclusive bonuses. Bonus number 1 is 5-figure funnel profits. Bonus number 2 is list building expert training. Bonus number 3 is sales funnel authority. So basically, I'm giving you corresponding information products for all the different software aspects that you see here. Then bonus number 4 is the blogging paycheck. Bonus number 5 is the affiliate marketing blueprint. And that's what you're getting today. So tons and tons of value that you're getting as part of this offer today, altogether easily more than $10,000 a year, just because of how powerful the InstaSuite platform is. Again, that's the value. So of course, you know it, I know it. It's kind of really, really big, right? But we won't be charging you anywhere near that. And before I actually give you the number, let me just ask you this question. If you could just have one day of $449 generated using InstaSuite, if the price was right, every week, every month you had 1 day of this, would you use it? If you could fire 3 of your staff right now, cancel your monthly tools and save $3,000 a month, as I showed you earlier, would you do this? Would you buy it? Or if you could automate your business, take that vacation you wanted, basically do whatever with your life you wanted. I'm a big believer that everyone should have the freedom to do what they want in life. If you could do that using InstaSuite in your business, would you do it? Yes or no? And don't answer this for me, answer this for yourself. It's really for you. I mean, listen, regardless of what decision you make today, I'm going to continue on the path that I'm on. My job is to take you with me on that path, the path to success, right? So we have 2 options here. We thought about pricing quite a lot, by the way. So we have 2 options here. We can offer it to you at $97 with 10 different upsells, basically break the software into 6 parts, and each part is different. You pay for each part separately, but we didn't want to do that. Because number 1, you won't enjoy the experience. Number 2, we'll go bankrupt pretty quickly if you price it too cheap. The second option is that we ask you to invest a little bit more, for which InstaSuite team can dedicate their time and resources to help you succeed. So really 2 options. If you want the first option, talk to me personally. I'll line up 10 different upsells for you, and you can just end up in that web and just get confused. So as long as these funnels are worth something to you, then I think InstaSuite is great for you. Then I think InstaSuite is something that you can use to basically build a good, substantial business. And honestly, even if I value this at more than $10,000, I think $997 per year is a great deal. It is a very, very good deal, which is really close to the price that we want to charge. Much, much closer to what we want to charge. But because we're doing this special session today, and because we have a special launch opening, we're going to offer it at a one-time payment of $497. So you have 3 options. When you go to the sales page, you'll have 3 options. The first option is that you could go for $37 a month. The second option is you could go for $297 a year. Third option is you could go for $497 one-time fee. And what you get in that is 5 custom domains. You get 20 funnels per domain. You get 5 products per domain. You get 1,000 members per domain. You get unlimited marketing emails with your SMTP. So we give you statistics on everything. And then for support desk, you get 3 admin users per domain. So all of this for $497. And again, I'll show you the competition in a bit, but it just doesn't compare. Just does not compare. And that's the link that you need to go to. So insta-suite.com/sales is the link that you need to go to. If you go there, you can browse through the sales page in your own time. That's fine. You can probably pause the video if it's autoplay. You can browse the page, and you can make a decision today. Let me actually paste the link in the chat box because I don't think it's been pasted yet. So let me just, perfect, there we go. So go ahead and get it for that price. I mean, that is a one-time fee. Do note that that will change after launch because we are remarkably underselling this. There are people who actually bought the first one that have an yearly maintenance fee associated with this. You won't. We are taking off the yearly fee. For you, it's a one-time fee if you so choose. If you don't trust us, which is okay. I mean, I don't want to pass judgment in any way, but if you don't trust us, that's fine. You can go for the monthly or the yearly option. When you feel comfortable, then you can upgrade. But remember, the one-time option is only available for this launch period. After that, it probably will not. And even if it is, it might be close to the $997 price point that I showed you earlier. So what I want to know from you now is who's jumping in. And while I do that, while you give me those answers, I will also say this. So 2 choices. The first choice that you have is that you do nothing. You don't take this leap of faith with us, which is fine, it's okay. It's 100% risk-free, by the way, so there's a money-back guarantee. It's okay if that's what you want to do. The second choice is that you invest with us and you get a ton of value for this one-time fee. And here's my goal with this. If I can't help you make money with this, I don't want your money. If I can't help you get 5 times, 10 times the ROI from this, I don't need your money. Get a refund and that's completely fine. Okay? So again, you have 2 choices here. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Try InstaSuite for 30 days risk-free, and you can decide after that if it makes sense for you or not. And again, remember, I'm trying to let you not pay for all of these different things that I showed you earlier. And I want to compare this to competition as well soon, by the way. But first, I'm going to jump in and see the answers. Who's jumping in? Again, give me a 1, by the way, right now, if you're jumping in. Give me a 1 if you're jumping in, and that'd be great. Pibby, we never offered a free version for this, so I don't know what free version you're talking about a few months back, but we never offered a free version for this. This is the second time we've opened it to public, and the first time was priced at $297 plus $97 a year. Now it's priced at $497 one-time fee. Okay, Jim, could you repeat your question? Because obviously I missed it earlier, so let me know what your question on PHP is, and I can answer that now. Okay. Alvin, and I think we'll just keep dropping the links, so just let us know. Okay, for those, by the way, so someone's asking that as an early adopter, I pay $297 plus $97 a year. Do I have to continue paying that $97 a year? No, you don't. You contact us, and we'll give you a button where you can pay the difference, and you don't have to pay $97 a year anymore. Okay. Jose, I can show you the link again. This is the link. So if you see it on the site, you can see the link. So Ellen, the payment is going to Susanna Teresia. Susanna Teresia is my partner on this. She actually has the development team that developed all of this. And I've been working with her to basically give this more direction. Okay. So yes, you are, I mean, InstaSuite is my company. I have 50% stake in the company, and that's what you're investing in. Ellen, is that okay? Okay, Brian, great question. I like your tip on contacting sites for free traffic. Are tips like this included in InstaSuite? So Brian, what I quite often do is I do a live video on Facebook every couple of days or so, typically about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern, and I discuss these tips in those videos. So I will try and do more, of course, but I want more positive interaction. If I get that, I'll continue to share more stuff with everyone. Okay? Cool. Jesse, just contact any of the support desk. Just contact any of the support desk that you can. There are multiple ways to reach out to me. When you do, for the old adopters, we'll help you compensate the difference, basically, so you don't continue to pay the recurring $97 a year fee. So you can also go in for the one-time fee. Okay, let me just see more questions. And I think someone was asking about the PHP. I'm really sorry I missed it. Ask again. I think your name started with J because I don't see it. Okay, let me see. if you have more questions. We have a lot of questions, by the way. When I say more questions, we have a lot of questions, but that's good. Okay, can you explain more on this? 5 custom domains, 20 funnels, 1,000 members. Okay, let me go into the software and show you this. So right here, you see we have 1 domain, KV Social. You can manage up to 5 domains. You can create 5 domains for yourself, Ronald. Okay, 20 funnels is that for each domain, you can create funnels and the funnel builder. So you have a limit of maximum 20 funnels per domain. Okay, 1,000 members, same with membership site. You can build as many membership sites as you want, but altogether for the main offer, you can only have 1,000 members per domain, per subdomain. Okay, Ronald, I hope that answered the question. Since you're going to do this one time, how are you going to provide support? Jesse, you know me. I mean, I think you know me quite well by now. We consistently support our products. We even support our products from 2 or 3 years ago. This is software as a service. I mean, this is compared to ClickFunnels. We're in this for the long run. If you don't feel, like I said, if you don't trust us, if you don't feel comfortable with the one-time fee, I'm completely okay if you go for the monthly. I really am okay with this. But if you know me, if you know who I am, you know we are behind this fully. You know, we're behind this completely. We have a team of 9 developers right now working on this. 9 developers full-time working on this. So for those who purchased it last year in October, November, please contact us via support desk if you want the one-time price, because this is what you bought last time had a maintenance fee, so we want to take that off of you. So this is a one-time price. So please contact us personally, and we'll sort you out. Okay. So if you currently have a domain name and hosting account that is connected, all I have to do is domain mapping to your hosting, and can I cancel current hosting? Well, if you do domain mapping, then you need to keep your hosting, I guess, to keep your domain alive. So KMOB, I hope that answers your question. If you have hosting, then you need to keep your domain alive, for sure. Okay, Ronald, I'll come to that in a second. If you need more members, we have a pro upgrade that can unlock basically more, but I'll come to that in a couple of minutes. Okay, so it can be used as an online course system too, using the modules to deliver webinars recordings. Exactly, Charlene. That's exactly how I expect you to use it, as an online membership or content delivery platform. So Kelly, unfortunately, if I'm completely honest here, please, and again, this goes for everyone, I apologize if it sounds a bit blunt here, but we are only doing a one-time price at this price for this launch period, which ends on 11th. I mean, I would recommend get it straight away, because if you forget, you forget. But in future, maybe we'll have a $997 one-time fee. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we don't. If that is available then you can choose to get it. Then you can pay the difference then, and you can get it. That's fine. But if we remove the one-time fee, then we will never reintroduce it again. Please understand this. Okay? All right. Okay. Jim, okay, resend the question. Let me see. I apologize, Jim. I'll find your question because I know you've been waiting for a while. Okay, sure. We have a questionnaire built on PHP that a client answers that autofills their product purchase from us. Can we import that in the membership area? And also, we get around 80 to 100 members per month, so we will quickly run out too. Okay, Jim, I'll talk about running out soon. But about the PHP thing, as long as it's HTML, like I know PHP is not HTML, so it needs to be HTML. Then you can put it in members area. Otherwise, you cannot. I hope that answers your question, Jim. Okay, great. Let me see. Shane is asking, please repeat what you said about using this as an online coaching. So Shane, if you are a coach, for example, what you can do is you can build out your landing pages with InstaSuite, of course, but then you can also build out a membership site, which you can offer to your clients, either for free or for a price. Like I know a lot of people who do different kinds of coachings, and they basically just give away coaching, give away training for free, so that people would sign up for high-ticket mentoring. Okay, Jim, yes, I'll cover that soon, very soon. Which is closer to ClickFunnels? InstaSuite. It is InstaSuite, definitely. For Tapor, it is InstaSuite. Okay, are there any upsells? Jay, I'll come to that very shortly, but really, if everything that I've shown you so far, it's included within this, it's called InstaSuite for a reason that everything is already part of this. Okay. All right. How easy is SEO with your funnel pages? Oh, very easy. Let me show you this. Okay, I'll show this and I'll come back to the funnel itself. So if I go into the funnel, let me just close all these different pages. Okay. If I go to this funnel part, let me go into SendRanker. And let's go into this page and let's edit this. So if you want to SEO optimize this page, if you want to put in the right keywords, the right tags, the right titles and all you need to do is go in here, click on page options. So you can put the page title here, description, this is what will show up on Google. You can put the keywords, you can hide from search engine if you want. Again, background image, background video, typography. Typography is like fonts and such, right? That's where all the different fonts are. So there are quite a few different fonts here already. Then if you want to change the header, you can display a header as well. I don't want to, so I'll just remove it, right? If you want to have conversion tools, you can enable pop-ups. By the way, this is really, really cool. So it has an inbuilt pop-up maker as well. I'm losing my voice slowly. But if I go here, let's say if I want to add a video here, I could add the video. If I want to add an opt-in form, I could add an opt-in form as well. So a pop-up opens up with an opt-in form. I mean, you can do this too within this page if you want. And if I just change this, you can choose when it shows up as well, right? I think this is more for the, yeah, let me just exit this one and say there. There. You can choose pop-up basically when it shows up, each time the page loads, after first scroll, first time visit only, many different settings. You can delay it by 5 minutes if you want to. You can have an info bar showing up on top. That's fine too. You can create an info bar like this. I mean, this is just, I think this is kind of amazing, right? Because it is drag and drop. You can create stuff, drag and drop. Okay, I'm just going to exit here. Then you also have action message you can show and page overlay as well. So you can enable page overlay as well. So, you know, there are lots of different things. There's also scripts and tracking code. So if you want to put pixels for retargeting, you can do that. If you have some external tools that you use for conversion optimization, you can do that as well. Okay, but again, I'm getting excited. This is the core part of basically what InstaSuite can do for you. Now, I want to jump into the upgrades and I want to talk about the upgrades. Jim, yes, you can create a full menu, just like I showed you now. You can have a top menu, top bar, so you can do that too. Okay, one last thing I'm going to show you, and then I will jump into basically talking about the upgrades. So let's see, let's put an info bar up on, actually let's not put an info bar, let's put a header. So let's activate the header. Okay, when you do that, you can drop text in here. You can drop first of all columns. So let's drop in 3 columns. If I can here, no I can't. I think I can just put some text here. Actually, even if I don't do that, I could add a new block. Let me just go and add a new block right here. Let's remove the header. Okay, this is the new block. It's a bit too big, of course, so I'm just going to reduce the size of this. Then I'll put columns. Let's say 4 columns. There we go. And again, it's too big. I can just drag and drop in, that's fine. Then in this, I can drop some text. There we go. And this text I can hyperlink, right? So I can hyperlink using this, and that basically becomes a menu item. Like I said, this does look ugly, but you can change it. If I just click here, you can change it by formatting. Let's see, reduce the padding, reduce the bottom padding. There we go. Let's change the minimum height. There you go. So again, the many kind of need to, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that because I don't want this. This page is still live. Okay, so you can do a lot of different things here, just the way that I've shown you. You can use the current templates, you can build your page from scratch, whatever it is you want to do. Okay, let me then go back into the presentation. Okay, let's move forward. Now, I want to compare the differences, by the way. Before I talk about the upgrades, from what I've shown you, I want to compare the differences. ClickFunnels is the only one that comes close. It's the only one that comes close, but it is expensive, right? It is $297 a month. It has a lot of things. It doesn't have funnel designer the way we do. It doesn't have a mobile live editor as far as I know. We do. So you can actually, I keep going back in. There's so much to show, I apologize. So you can actually click here and you can see what this page will look on mobile. So you can change it. I mean, and honestly, this looks pretty bad. So you can change it if you want to as well. And then compared to, for example, membership sites, which are Kajabi and Digital Access Pass, we have a drag and drop builder, which they don't. You know, we have the ability to tag members or have unlimited content and pages, and they don't. Right? So this is all the different stuff that compares to other membership sites. Then we have some automation systems, like compared to, again, some of these have all of these built-in integration with different places. We integrate with Zaxa, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, Stripe, Thrivecart, PayPal. Right? So we have all these integrations, there's affiliate management, and all of that built in as well. Then we have the autoresponder part. And again, that's where you can see we are closer to Infusionsoft, GetResponse, Aweber. We still have more features though. I mean, again, we're not as, how should I say, mature as they are, right? But we do have a lot of important features that I myself use in my business. We're going to have more as well, like we talked about segmenting. So that's like the key differences with others. There's also, I think some of them is missing, and I have to talk to my team about that, but the support desk, for example, is missing at least. I'll check on that later anyway. So that's the main offer that I've shown you. And these are the exclusive bonuses that you get if you get the one-time price on this webinar today, right? Then we have the InstaSuite Pro as well. With the Pro version now, you get 25 custom domains, you get 50 funnels per domain, you get 25 products per domain, you have 10,000 active members per domain, you have unlimited marketing emails, and 10 admin users, right? So if I continue forward, in the main offer you had 5, now you have 25 custom domains. In the main offer you had 20, now you have 50 funnels per domain. In the main offer you had 5 products per domain, now you have 25. In the main offer you had 1,000 active members per domain, now you have 10,000. So really if you have 25 domains, you're looking at 250,000 people altogether across the 25 domains, right? So that's the Pro version. Again, you have unlimited marketing emails, and this time 10 admin users. So if you have a bigger business, you know, you can basically have more people manning the support desk, right? So that's $497 a month value. I think it's a bit too much. Maybe my designer but there's more like $297 a month, but we are giving it for $27 a month or $197 a year. So you have two options, 27 a month or 197 a year. Now, I do want to tell you something at this point. InstaSuite, as it is now, works really well. It has a lot of cool things, though long term we are planning to add more Insta elements. One of them is going to be Insta chat, so like a chat support as well, if you wanted to do that. So that will be added to the Pro version only. So any new modules that we introduce will most likely go into the Pro version, most likely. As of now, I can tell you that, unless they're critical to InstaSuite. You know, chat is kind of optional thing, so that will probably go into the Pro version. We also talked about Insta pop-ups, so that might go into the Pro version as well. So there are these different things that we plan to still develop, and if it's like a completely new module, it will go into the Pro. If it's a new feature in an existing module, it will go into the main version of the software. Okay, so that's the Pro version. Let me know if that's clear for you, and if you have any questions, please ask me still. Yeah, Jim, that's right. So if you go for the monthly, you will have 37 plus 27 a month. That's correct. Nicholas, that's great. What option did you go for, just so we know? The setup for SMTP is going to the integration page. Gulf Coast, yes, that's correct. It's going to the integration page. Yeah. So that is 37 a month plus 27 a month if you go for the Pro as well. Yes, that's correct. Okay, is 197 the upgrade cost for those of us who already have InstaSuite already? Patty, yes. Yes. So if you have InstaSuite already previously, can you please let us know if you want any of the upgrades? And if you do, Alvin or Bilal, could you please drop the relevant link, the sales link, in that case, if that's okay, please? So Mark, you will see the upgrade for the Pro when you go through the main sales page. Okay? Okay, Nicholas, excellent. We were not offered the 197 for Pro. Aha. Yeah, Ellen, I apologize. I think, let me check with Susanna quickly. Okay, I'm just checking with Susanna, and if you don't have it now, it will be there tomorrow, so don't worry. The price will still be the same tomorrow. You can get it then. Okay. So Dennis, no, the pro version is yearly, but like I said, the reason we want to keep it yearly is because you want to develop new modules into that, and if you do that, honestly, that's a lot more development work than what we intend to do with just the feature development. Okay. So Dan, sorry, please clarify for me what's your question there. Let me know. And Alvin, I'll just kind of correct this because I think we also need to talk to designers about putting description here. This is pro. Okay, Alvin, do you want to just take over questions for a couple of minutes?
Sure, Neil. So let me see. So I have a question here. That's a very good question. Um, what does InstaSuite have that ClickFunnels doesn't have? Well, you have 5 other features. Aside from the funnel builder, you do get the affiliate center, you do get the blog builder, right? So you have a lot of features there that you would normally pay like another standalone software to do, but you get to integrate everything, so it just makes things easier to manage as well. All right, so let me see. All right. All right, so let me see. Yeah, rewards actually is a very good idea, especially if we have a membership platform built into this. So yeah, we'll take note of that, and perhaps we can integrate that as well in the future. All right, let me see. All right, I think you already have the link, Patty. Let me see. We go back now. All right, so if we did miss your question, just type it in again. There's a lot of you guys here. I might have missed your question as well. Let me see. Can you integrate this with other payment platforms? Yes. So you right from the get-go, you have PayPal and Stripe, as well as JVZoo, Zaxa, and ClickBank. All right. So you do have that. Let me see. How long will the Pro offer going to be, as well as the other upgrades? The Pro features and as well, the price is going to stay the same until we end our launch, which is going to be on the 11th. So, but the pricing after the launch is, you can still get it after the launch, but it is going to be a bit more expensive than what we offer right now. Usually we do offer like a big discount, especially when we launch a product itself. All right. Can you integrate this with other SMTPs? Yes. So pretty much you can integrate it with any SMTP. You just need to enter the logins, and you'll be able to use your own. Now, this also comes with its built-in SMTP, but if you do want to get better open rates, if you want to get a better branding for yourself, you're going to build up your reputation as a email marketer. So it's best to do that with your very own SMTP instead. All right. Does the one-time fee include all the upgrades and any additional modules that may come up? So the main offer itself, Neil, you might want to correct me if I'm wrong for this one. One-time fee, does it include future updates, or is this only with the Pro version?
Okay, so basically with the one-time fee, if we add any new sub-feature to those 6 marketing platforms, then you get those, right? So if you add email segmentation, you get that. If you add new templates for blog, for membership site, for landing page builder, you get all of that. That's completely fine. But if we add a new module altogether, like Insta Chat, like a chat module, or let's say a completely new pop-up module, you will only get that as part of the Pro version. Okay, so if it's a feature development of current modules, you get that as a free upgrade, that's fine. But if it's also a new module altogether, that's only for the Pro version. Okay. The email subscribers that you can have is the same as members, Val. So for the main one, it's 1,000 per domain. For the Pro version, you get 10,000 per domain.
All right, thanks, Tim. Yep. So we have a question here. So what does a plugin do? Basically, you will be able to, since InstaSuite is a standalone software, we do have a WordPress plugin that you can install on your WordPress site. So if you create a page in InstaSuite and you want to use that on your WordPress site, you can do that via the plugin. All right. But then again, if you're only going to use it on one specific domain, you don't even need WordPress for this. You just map the domain to our servers, and basically you get all the features that you will get with InstaSuite, including the membership area, including the affiliate builder, and all that. All right. Right. So let me see if I have. Again, if I still missed your question, just type it in the chat box again. Feel free to spam it if you want, just to make sure we notice it, because there's a lot of questions here.
Okay, just one thing, Alvin. So someone's asking about the load speed. At the moment already it's quite good. Like, I mean, we check it. As you can see, we're using it for this launch, so we wouldn't use it if we weren't comfortable with it. But in future, we also plan deeper integration with Amazon S3, which will make it even faster than it is right now. Okay, so at the moment for the membership area, you cannot track which modules and content students have accessed and completed. No, that's not possible. And honestly, you know, we might consider it, but I don't think it's even realistic, because sometimes I watch videos halfway and then I leave, and unfortunately that's tough to track. So we won't do this. Okay. So
right.
Dan Hollis, are you telling me that you already have InstaSuite from before? Is that what you're telling me? Just so I know as well here. Let me know. Okay, what I'm going to do is, okay, Dan, then in that case, just go ahead and look for your emails, check in your emails if you don't know for sure. And if you don't have it, then buy the main version first, then you can buy the upgrades. Okay, Alvin.
Okay. Let me see. All right. So I have a question here about you can't purchase this product now. It's an OTO. Yeah, that you need to get the main offer. Yeah, I think Neil already answered that one.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of
Lauren, you
questions.
don't need to have. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I like it. I like it. Lauren's asking, can we use InstaSuite as autorespond and email list storage? Lauren, yes, you can. You don't need another one. Okay, Dan, definitely, you know where to find me on Facebook. Just find me on Facebook, message me. I might not be able to answer soon, but as soon as I can, you know, we'll talk about this. The limitation of domain, what about subdomain? Yeah, same thing, Ronald. So if it's 5 subdomains, it's the same thing. It's just 5, you know, like I had KV Social there, you can have 5 of those. Okay. Daniel, so the checkout page, it depends on what you're using. If you're using PayPal, it goes straight to PayPal. If you're using Stripe, it goes to Stripe, Zaxa, JVZoo, and so on. Is that clear, Dennis? And please, Alvin, if you can drop the Facebook link, I would encourage everyone to get in there and ask your questions as well if you miss anything today, because I think there's some very, very good questions, and we might not be able to get them to all, but you know, we will eventually. Dan, tomorrow doesn't work because we're actually going live tomorrow, so you know I'll be crazy busy tomorrow. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Carl, I didn't see your question, so I apologize. Let me just see if I can fetch your questions. Okay, if I get the front end on a monthly basis and then I get the yearly OTO one, what happens? If for any reason I cancel the front end yearly, do I keep the OTO yearly still? No, Carl, you don't. So if you buy front end, you buy upgrade, and then you cancel front end, you don't get to keep the OTO. We'll cancel your OTO as well. Okay. Yeah. The one-time payment for front end closes after launch. What about OTO one? Ron, yes, of course, you can decide that later, but do note that the price on that is expected to go higher in future. So I mean, we are expecting that post-launch, we will be raising the prices. Susanna and I are still discussing as to what that price change will be, but I can tell you that it will probably be much higher, double potentially even of what it is right now. What the price that I have in mind, you know, in this instance is 40. what do I have in mind? $47 a month or $497 a year. So that's the price that I have in mind at the moment. Okay. All right. Let me just see then. Okay. More questions. More questions. Okay. You have me locked on the original 50, yes? Dan, again, if you have an old access, then the old conditions apply. I don't know if you have an old access, but if you do, yes, then all conditions apply. What if I have more than 10,000 members in membership site? Can I use less domains but with more members? We haven't thought of that scenario because that's kind of rare, if I'm honest with you. I mean, if you do, I think I'll just upgrade you for free. If you have more than 10,000, please tell me. But again, I have to talk to Susanna about it. Okay? So again, I would rather cross that bridge when we come to it, but if it's pertinent for you to know, come over to this to the Facebook group and we'll try and answer there. Okay. If you joined in October, then what you can do is you can contact us and we will ask you to pay the difference, and you won't have to pay the yearly fee if you joined in October. Okay, so I think it's best if you go via that, but I'll ask Susanna to cover that as well. What happens to those that joined in October? But best is to contact support desk right now. Does the price change once you launch officially tomorrow? No, it doesn't. I mean, listen, I don't want to lie to you. The price is going to be the same, so if you need tomorrow to make up your decision, that's okay as well. The price will stay the same. Yeah, so Ellen, did you buy the main offer? Please let me know. Ellen, did you purchase the main offer before trying that out? Because you have to first purchase the main offer. Okay. Where link? Yes, you did. Okay, then you couldn't purchase that. So I have to look at that because, let me think, just give me a second. Ellen, can you wait like a day or so? Can you wait till we work it out? And maybe you can drop your email here and we can contact you personally tomorrow, if it's okay. Okay? Yes, David, the price will be the same tomorrow. The price will be the same tomorrow. Agency, I'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. Okay. All right. Let me see if I go up. I think we missed some questions there. Can Pro switch from 27 monthly to same 197 in the future? No, you cannot, David. Then again, in future, whatever the price is, you have to switch to that price. So if in future the price goes up to 497, you would switch to 497. Okay. So Ellen, no, Susanna and I were working together. So I mean, okay, just if you want some background here, Susanna has the Insta, series of products, if you remember about that, Insta Builder, Insta Member, Insta Theme, Insta Stuff, and InstaSuite is one of that. And Susanna and I met about, as you know, 6 months ago. Well, much longer, but 6 months ago, Susanna launched this 7 months ago. And since then, Susanna and I have been paying for the development together and giving the product direction together. Okay. Jehal, I'll come to that in a second. Ellen, I still need your email address, please, if you want us to contact you. Let me know. Okay, too many questions still. Okay, I had purchased previously but had to refund because of issues with PHP and your support. Yeah, Jeffrey, if the PHP thing inside members area didn't work then, I don't think it would work now. It's a bit too different for me as well, I think. I don't know how it is supposed to work. The best I can say is we can check, but that's all I can say. Okay, Ellen, if you try now, you will be able to see the yearly button on the sales page. So could you please try that out? If you see the yearly button, I think you can get that from falling from your purchase. Can you please add the API to Facebook lead ads so that all leads generated go directly to InstaSuite? Lauren, we cannot do that because we don't have the Facebook ads API. It's something they give out selectively. We've never applied for it, so I doubt that we'll be able to get it. No, Gary, this is the Pro version. This is the Pro version that you're seeing on the screen right now. So the main version is still $37 a month. Then the upgrade is $27 a month. Okay. What product will be presented in French by our affiliate? I don't know. I don't think I talked about the French thing. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, let's move forward. Let's move forward and let's talk about the next upgrade. That's an option that you can consider as well. Upgrade number 2 is called Insta Series. So, here's the thing. When you buy InstaSuite, you already get the core training that you need to basically use this. So you have tutorials over here at the bottom. You get all the training that you need to use this, and that's completely fine. But my aim with Insta Series is to kind of take you one step further, right? It's to take you from just being a buyer to a user and a result getter, if I can call it that. So Insta Series is a training product which is basically targeted to you as an online business owner. So we cover at the moment 8 different modules, and this is one of those trainings that will always continue to expand. So we have funnel research that we're covering, we have tips on how to build funnels, we have strategies on how to build membership sites, we have tips on how to use the email autoresponder to get the best results, we have tips on how to offer high-ticket mentoring, how to prepare and run webinars like this one, how to drive paid Facebook traffic, how to do conversion optimization. So we have all of these things available within the Insta Series training. Most of these trainings are already available. Some are still being added because there's so much. It's about, I think, 6 hours of videos that we intend to add. And here's the cool part. I'm looking for all these questions from you that you're asking today. I want you to ask them in the members area because I want to cover all of them in trainings. So if someone comes to me and asks me, Neil, how do I write a cold email to a prospect? Let's say if someone asks me that, then I will do a video about how to write a cold email to a prospect, and I will add it to Insta Series as well. So this training will continue to expand. I mean, our goal at the moment, and this is again all the different modules that you're getting, our goal at the moment is to continually add 1 hour of video every single week within this training, and that's a lot. So if I keep doing this for the next 3 months, you will basically have 12 hours of additional training videos in there. So the price for this one is a one-time payment of $197. It has basic training, it has advanced training. I think you get a lot of value in it already. Right now, if you go in, you'll see about 3 hours of video. As I mentioned, I'll continue to add more as we move forward. And my goal is to basically make this one of the biggest training out there for funnel building and funnel conversions. Okay. Okay. So Jeffrey, again, about the PHP issue, you can check it. It's up to you. If it doesn't work, we can try and work it out. That's all I can say about that. So let me know if you need help with funnels, with business, with traffic generation, with running webinars. Because if you do, then yes, this upgrade will be good for you. Yes, this is upgrade number 2. It's called Insta Series. It's a training series, basically. Basically, Insta Series is training which is built around InstaSuite. Not just tutorials. We're not talking about how to use the software. We're talking about how to build a business. Okay. The price for this is $197, and it will continue to probably go maximum till $297 after launch. No, one-time payment is only available for this launch. It is only available for this launch. Okay. Yes, Gadrid, yes, the answer is yes. Can we buy Insta Series training later at the same price? Jihal, till the 11th, yes. After that, the price will be a little bit higher. Okay. So Jim, all the domains have SSL already built in. So all the domains have SSL built in. You don't need to worry about the security certificates. Okay, Jeffrey, I've just messaged you as well. Can you purchase the training without the pro version? Yes, you can, Patty. You can skip the pro version. You can purchase the training. That is completely fine. Okay. The current tutorials, all the tutorials are in the members area right over here. So you click on tutorials and all the tutorials are available in there already. Okay. Yeah, you can go, that's fine. I purchased most of the front-end one-time fees months ago that merged into this product. No, this is not merging anything. David, I don't know what you mean. Sorry. David, what did you purchase from me months ago? Can you tell me, please? Let me know. Let me know. We don't plan on a replay for this webinar. We will do an encore tomorrow, and might be a very similar webinar in a few days. Over the weekend, I think we'll release the replay. Okay, so just so I know, by the way, just so I get some quick feedback from you, I showed you 3 levels so far: the main offer, the pro version, and then I showed you the upgrade number 1. So who's jumping into upgrade number 2, which is the Insta series? So who's jumping into which one? Just so I know, again, just so I get some quick feedback, who's jumping into which one? Are you getting the main version? Are you getting the pro version? Are you getting the Insta series as well? And again, this is just so I know, it's really up to you. I think if it makes sense for your business, get it. To me, it does, which is why we created it. But you know, everyone's business is different. So yeah, Walter Beckley says pro version. That's great. Okay, David, that's fine. Is this the last upgrade? There's one more, I'll come to that very shortly. I apologize for taking so long. There's just one more. Ellen, if you could refresh, and you will see the yearly button on there now. So if you could refresh, you will see the yearly button. But let me go in, and the link for the OTO should work. Please try it one more time for me. Just try it one more time for me. The links to the OTO should work now, if you are in the same funnel still. But anyway, let me jump into the last offer that you have available here. Last offer is the agency license. So this is good if you are an offline business owner, as in if you were an offline consultant, if you are a software as a service business owner, or if you're a coach, for example, if you offer done-for-you services, if you're a copywriter, designer, marketing guy, that's for you, or marketing girl, this is for you. So with the agency license, remember what the main package was. I think this is kind of wrong. Let me just correct this here. I think this is incorrect. Yeah, okay. With the agency license, there are a few things here. So number one, we're doing this thing called a double certification, right? So we're doing a double certification with all agency license purchases. What's going to happen is that when you buy the agency license, then you will be able to get on a call with Alvin, who's on the webinar as well, and he'll basically help you get completely onboarded with this. So he'll help you, show you how to use InstaSuite. If you get stuck, you can ask him. Then Alvin will follow up with another call after 30 days, or longer if you need more time. Then you will have to do a few things. You will have to show that you've used the blog, you've used the email autoresponder, you've built some landing pages, you've built some membership sites, and once you've done that, we know that you're certified. We'll give you a certificate. We'll put your name on our website, and basically you'll be the go-to person if someone gets stuck with something. If they get stuck and they need help, and if you want to charge them, we'll basically put you in touch. So that's certification level 1. Certification level 2 is more results-based. So it's an advanced certification which will only be available to people who can show that they have generated $10,000 using InstaSuite, either by themselves or with their clients. So if you can do that, if you can show Neil, okay, I used InstaSuite and I made $10,000, can I please, get certificate number 2? Then you get the certification. This is more of a results-based thing, as I mentioned. So you do need to show some proof for this one. Okay, but with that, you get the ability to manage up to 20 clients. You get each client, so each and every client that you have gets the main package. Remember what the main package we had? It was the fact that you get 5 custom domains, you get 20 funnels per domain, you get 5 products per domain, 1,000 active members per domain, unlimited marketing emails, and 3 admin users for support. So your clients get all of that. Okay? With this agency license, you can give them a seat, basically. So the price for this, this is expensive, right? Because if you think about it, we're selling it for $497 for 1 seat. So really, it should be $5,000, or actually $10,000 if I give you 20 seats, $10,000 worth of software value. And you can get that for a one-time payment of $997. And what I didn't cover here, and I'll make a note of it as well so I can cover it in future, what I didn't cover here is who is this good for. So this is good for you if you are an offline marketer, offline consultant, as I mentioned. If you're a designer, copywriter, marketer, you can do work for your clients, and you can also sell them onto an InstaSuite seat. Remember, for us, the price for InstaSuite after launch is going to be between $67 and $97 a month. You're welcome to undercut us, right? If you have a client, you want to sell it to them for $47 a month, you're welcome to undercut us and keep that $47 a month. That's okay. We still deal with all support. They still buy InstaSuite. We still deal with all support. That's okay. You just get paid. And if you run out of those seats, if you run out of all those seats, then you can buy 10 more seats at $47 a month. So you get in touch with us and we'll avail you 10 more seats. You just continue to pay $47 a month for that. Okay, so that's the agency license. That is the last upgrade. Again, I don't think everyone will go for it. I think maybe 2 to 3% of people will go for it. If you happen to be the one, that's great. Right? Gary says, and I'm going to share this, by the way, not my words. Gary says, wow, I'm paying $300 a month for ClickFunnels. So this is a big, big value compared to that. Big, big value. And again, remember, you can become, with this, you can become a reseller of sorts. This, by the way, this offer is only available during the launch. We don't plan to invite resellers after the launch. And try to understand that we're taking a big loss here. We're giving you literally a 90% discount over the listed price. So if you were to charge even now, like, I mean, you wouldn't be able to sell till the launch date, but if you were to sell after, and even if you were to sell $497 one-time fee, you could still make $10,000 with this, right? So just again, I mean, just imagine this for a second. I don't put any restrictions on how much you sell it for. Once you sell it, it's kind of gone. You can't delete and, you know, then you can, well, you can, I guess. You can add a client and delete him or her later. But basically, if you think about it, if you get 20 licenses now, each license is worth $500, that's $10,000. You could sell a monthly license, that's completely fine. You could sell a lifetime license. I don't care. It's up to you. You could do a product launch where you teach people how to basically run a coaching business, and you can sell them an InstaSuite seat. That's fine. Okay, Dan, that is completely fine. If you got the first and the pro and you want to get the agency tomorrow, that is completely fine. No problem. Like I said, I only think 2 to 5% of people will get it, but that's okay. It is expensive. But if you are a hustler, you can make money with this. If you're just starting out, this might not be very relevant, but if you feel that you can sell, this is great for you. I mean, this is massive, massive margin. Massive margin. Nicholas is asking, can I share my product with my partner? Yes, you definitely can. That is completely fine. Gary, yes, the full walkthrough is on the sales page. If you go to the sales page, you'll see I've actually been very descriptive about what you can do with each and every part of the software. I've tried to be as detailed as I can. I think it's less of a sales page and more of a blog post. So, you know, it's not very aggressive in selling, but I think it's very clear in depicting what InstaSuite can do. You guys going to do a mastermind for agency buyers? Dan, I haven't thought about that, but that's a good idea. I'll think about that. I'll talk to some of my friends who also do masterminds, and I'll get back to you on that. Okay. If we get the upgrade number 3 and our clients don't pay the monthly, can we cancel his account? Yes, you can. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you actually how that one works. So give me a second, and I will jump into Susanna's account. Okay, because she has the agency license, I don't. Even I have to pay for it. Just kidding. Okay, let me go in here, and if I go into Client Manager, let's go into Manage Clients. And there you can see this is a client. If I want to cancel their account, if I want to delete it, I can edit it. I can also view it. So I can view basically how they're using it. So at the moment, Abhi hasn't used it at all. Let me show you one of the clients who might have used it. So Saul, as you can see, this is his website. He's used one funnel. He has used no products. He has no members right now. So I can look at all this and I can get quick details about how my clients are using this. Right? I think, let me see. Oh yeah, this one would be quite a lot of users, I suspect. So 7 funnels have been used. There's a new subdomain as well. You know, 1 member. So all of these are starting to use it now. So you get all these details basically about your clients as well, how they're using it. You can change the logo here as well. So, you know, you can change quite a few things here when you send them a welcome email. Yeah. So basically a lot of different things. I think it's a great way to add an additional sales channel to your business. Again, not relevant for everyone, but those who can will really find a lot of value from this. Really. I mean, this is literally, for some it is worth 0, for some it's worth 10 times what you see here. Okay. Dan, Yeah, I understand, Dan. That's completely fine. Frederick is asking, is a community of freelancers that can build a funnel for who asked for? Frederick, no. I think Frederick is asking if okay. So Frederick, so okay, Bilal answered it right. So what's going to happen is that all the agency members, they will get certified. You can always come into the Facebook group. Alvin, please one more time link to the sales page on the Facebook group. But you can always come to the sales Facebook group and ask, can someone help me build my funnel? That's fine. If someone can, great, they'll jump on and help you with it. Okay. OTO3 allows one to create 20 sub-accounts for FE. Is the option to create OTO1 accounts? Ronald, no, there isn't. If your client wants an OTO1 account, they then have to go via us. They can't go via you anymore. Okay? So if your client wants an OTO1 account, they have to go via us. When I go to the sales page, it says 37 a month. Randy, okay, main is 37 a month. Pro is 27 a month. Okay. All right, great. Any more questions? And I know we missed quite a bit in the beginning, so I do apologize. I will cover them via email, I guess. I can look through. Alvin, I think we can get a list of all the questions, right? And go to webinar. Let me know.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we can, yeah, perfect. So we can send them via email. That's fine. So it's okay, Jeffrey. For the $9.97 one-time payment, you get the agency license. So agency license allows you to basically sell this to. Sell access to this to 20 clients. Okay, so you basically get an opportunity to resell this at whatever price you want to 20 clients. The main offer, that is. If a client wants OTO1 after having purchased FE from us, how does that work? Ronald, basically they will have to cancel with you. Unfortunately, at that time they will have to cancel with you and they will have to buy from us. We might still be able to keep their account intact, but they would have to cancel with you. Okay. All right. So let me see, what was the last slide? I think it was a support desk as well. Okay, that's the support desk. If you get stuck with anything, I'm still here, don't worry, I'm still here answering questions. But if you get stuck with anything, that's where you need to go. That's where you need to ask questions, and we'd be more than happy to jump in and answer them for you. Alvin, can you take over for a couple of minutes to see about the questions?
Sure, Neil. All right, so let me just guys, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll be here for another few minutes just to make sure we cover everything. Now, if we missed your question earlier, just type it in again as well. So can we get EV SSL? You don't need to get SSL altogether because it's already built in. So there's no need to do that on your part. All right, so I hope that answered your question. Okay, let me see. You're welcome as well, Dan. Let me see. Is there a full walkthrough on the sales page? As I missed the presentation. Yes, there is. There's a full demo as well on the sales page and how everything works. Okay, let me see. Okay, can I host InstaSuite on my HostGator account? No. InstaSuite is going to be a SaaS software, so it's a standalone software. All right, that means you'll be able to just log in. You don't need to install it on WordPress or your domain. Just log in, create your funnels, create your support center, create your affiliate center there. And if you want to use your own domain name, simply just use the domain mapping and point it to our name servers, or point it to our servers, and we'll host that domain for you. You don't need to do anything with your hosting anymore. Is the one-time 497 good for tomorrow? Yes, we'll be offering the 497 tomorrow as well. So yeah, you can either get it today or tomorrow if you'd like to see it again. All right, so what is the price on the sales page? So there are there are two prices for the main offer. If you go to the sales page right now, again, you should see it on the screen. You should say instasuite.com/sales. So if you go to that page, you will see either a monthly package or the lifetime package instead. All right, so that's $497 for the lifetime. You get all six again. Also that includes the funnel builder, the email list builder or the autoresponder, the affiliate center, the support center as well, the blog builder already included with that. All right. So, and of course the membership builder, which is built in, so you can create your own membership area. You can upsell other offers or other products you can create. You can either create info products, downloadable access, or you can sell your e-courses or your PDF books inside the members area as well. And yes, there is a full-on training on how to set up everything. All right. So yeah, the main offer again is $37 monthly. You get 5 custom domain names that you can use. You have 1,000 active members per product as well, and unlimited marketing emails. Or you can get the yearly for $297, or the one-time fee, lifetime access, for $497 as well. All right. Let me see. If I used InstaSuite domain, so mine becomes a subdomain. Can I be an affiliate for it? Yes, you can still be an affiliate even if you don't use your own domain name. All right, so if you put, for example, you keep the powered by InstaSuite or created by InstaSuite on the bottom right, you should see a logo there. You have the ability to either turn it on or turn it off. If you turn it off, of course, no one will be able to buy the product and you don't get a commission for it. But if you do, keep it. You get a commission or 50% commission for the sale that generated if your customers buy the InstaSuite platform. All right, let me see. Do you know when tomorrow's webinar will be? It will be 90% of this one. Yep, it's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern. So that's going to be the webinar we're going to do tomorrow.
And it might be similar to this one. So if you miss some of this, you can come in and watch some of the things that we discussed there. But perhaps we shouldn't mention times, Alvin. Also, let me see. What is the price on the sales page? $297 or $197? James, I'm confused. As I mentioned, the main offer is $37 a month, $297 a year, $497. And the Pro is $37 a month or $27 a month or $197 a year. Okay. RR, this is quite different to what AdConnect does. AdConnect is basically a platform that helps you duplicate any page on the web. This is a 6-in-1 marketing suite, so it's quite different. When you touch on the SEO, is having schema pad SEO. Villa, I don't know about schema. I didn't consider that, but if you have some feedback on that, please let us know and we can consider that as well. Okay, Alvin, on you.
All right, yeah, so regarding your additional features, guys, just let us know. We are building this up, so we do appreciate your feedback. We actually would be happy to get your feedback on what other things we can add to make this better. So yeah, I have schema here included, mastermind, as well as it was mentioned before. We're gonna try to make that possible. All right, so again, yeah, so you don't need you can install plugins with this. It's completely standalone, but if you have any additional features that you want like us to add, just let us know. All right. Neil, I have a question here that I'm not sure with because I haven't really broken into this. I tried to do 10 upsells before, but I'm not sure how many pages can you really add in a single funnel. Oh, okay, there we go. Unlimited.
As many as you want, it's okay.
So no wonder I wasn't able to break it.
Yeah.
So would you love to be able to track student progress through a training course? That's a very good suggestion as well. All right. Anything else, guys? Let me see.
Training trackability would make it a definite purchase. Listen, I mean, I understand for people who are asking that they want to train their student performance, but I don't want to promise that right now because that's not our core value offering. If you want that, then you're welcome to try out something like Kajabi, or I think they have that, or Everlesson has that as well. But we don't have it at the moment, and we don't plan to add it at the moment. It's just, there's so much more work that we can do to generally improve the software. I think more specifically, we'll probably look later half of this year. So there are a lot of things that are basic things that we want to add, even within the membership site. More specific things, we'll look at them, I think, most likely in the third quarter. Okay. Jehalid, no, if you already have Insta series, then you already have Insta series. You don't need a special price for that, if that's what you mean. Okay. Yeah, visitors per month and pages per funnel is unlimited. You can have as many as you want. That's completely fine. And Dromberg, the support desk info is what you see on the screen. Alvin, perhaps I can just link it, but you can answer some questions till then.
All right, sure. Let me see. So no more than 5 jewelry per site. You can actually add a lot of so for example, if you want to set it up in a way that you have like a product showcase, then you can have as many as you want on the single page. But what we don't recommend is adding so much stuff there that your customers might leave this entire site confused. What about this space limitation? From what I know, it's also unlimited. Correct me if I'm wrong, Neil.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Storage, cloud hosting, or cloud space. The space limitations?
Yeah,
Nothing,
it's unlimited. No limit on traffic, no limit on storage. Yeah.
All right, let me see. Yep, I think we answered that already. Unlimited visitors, unlimited pages per funnel as well.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, let us know if you have any other questions. I'm not seeing any other questions in the chat, so let's just give it a few more minutes. Let me see. If we use only 5 funnels for one domain name, the unused ones can be brought to other domain names. Yes. Well, you have a limit in a per domain basis. All right. So each domain will have 20 funnels, and of course, if you do want to add more, right, then you can just set up under domain name, in which or a subdomain name rather. You can also do that. Is it possible to add bitcoins as a payment in the future? I'm not sure. Anil, perhaps do we have that?
I'm typing an answer
in the future. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I set up and got the modules to try out, but not the whole course. Jel, just let us know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I really think we should add a live event app for all social media. I have to get Villaponte. You have to. So listen. Here's the thing, guys. If you come to me with a very new feature that you want, I wouldn't even know where to start, right? So you need to give me some more insights into show me that how others have done it, or show me what you expect, and we can definitely take that on board. Alvin, can you show the Facebook group as well, please? By the way, you can take the screen over for a few minutes. And you can show the Facebook group and how active it is. And I think we have like 42 people waiting right now.
Sure, give me 1 second. All right, so this is going to be the Facebook group we have. From here, you can ask questions. You can also provide us some feedback as well, or you can also help out other members if they get stuck. So yeah, we have a lot of members here, and again, this is gonna potentially grow once we launches tomorrow as well. So you'll have a community as well to share your ideas with, and of course, get some inspiration from what needs to be created or how you're going to be able to funnel your business. So if you don't have the link, it should already be in the chat. So if you didn't catch it, just type in Facebook link or FB link in chat so that we can send that link to you as well. All right. And let me just answer a few more questions here. All right. So do you have a launch with series of 3 videos? That's actually the pre-launch, the pre-launch with previous webinar we did, when we showed you 3 videos or training videos on how we used InstaSuite, as well as other things as well, such as how we built an SMTP for as little as $5 every month. All right.
Okay, if I may ask now, is anyone else still kind of on the fence at the moment, still thinking about it? Because we still have more than 100 people, believe it or not. Is anyone still thinking about it, but for some reason hasn't quite jumped in yet? You have a doubt, you have something you want to know, maybe it's the price, maybe it's some features that you're looking for, maybe something's not clear. Can we answer some questions right now for you so that we know that we don't miss a step today before we leave for the day? So tell me if there's something you'd like to know and we haven't answered that. Tell me who hasn't purchased, by the way. Give me a no if you haven't purchased here, or yes if you have already, any part of the funnel. I don't care. Give me a yes or a no. And if it's a no, try and also tell me why. And I know for one of you, it's that there's no member tracking. I mean, like I said, we can consider it in future. It's not something that I myself use, so I don't have the foresight for it. But if you want a feature in there and you can give me a video, you can show me something, I can definitely, fast track it. That's what I would say. Okay. Juan, no. So we used to have Webinar X. We don't update it at the moment because Webinar X, while it still works, I think there are more robust platforms out there these days. So I think GoToWebinar is something we still like. I know Demio was quite big a few months ago. So Webinar X still works, of course, like I said, but that's not integrated. We can look into that, though. We can look at integrating that. Okay. If we don't need a link to our domain, and I'm fine using InstaSuite domain, yep, that's okay. Can it be for unlimited instead of using for 5 domains? Ronald, no, you can still only have 5 subdomains. Please understand, because subdomains are a rare resource. I mean, ClickFunnels really only gives you 1 subdomain for $97 a month. So, this is quite a big deal still, I think, already. Okay. Renita says, I'm in. Renita, great, that's perfect. So, yeah. So the person who was asking about, I don't see your name, I apologize, you were asking about the member tracking feature. Really, if you want a new feature, instead of just typing it out, I would really, really appreciate it if you show me a video or a screenshot, maybe of it being used somewhere else, so I can take that into consideration and add that into our backlog. Okay. All right. Do you plan to add gamification? Again, it's a very generic term. Gamification means a lot of different things. If you come to me with specific feature requests, yes, I'll consider that. If it's generic, I can't answer that. Okay. So price is an issue looking for client value add-on tools. Of course, that's fine. I'll tell you how one of our customers wanted to use this. He wanted to, maybe you can open up the presentation so the link is up all the time. So one of our customers, he said that he wants to buy the agency license so he can package it up with done-for-you services, and he can, sell it to people for $497 a pop, and that's a way to use it. Thinking of pricing models for my intentions to maximize price point management. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. I mean, listen. So again, for the person who's asking about the membership site, I don't want to promise you because I don't want to disappoint you. But if you send me a video of what you want, I can tell you immediately yes or no, and when. I can give you some idea of when, but I can tell you yes or no immediately. But I'm not going to commit to it right now just so you can buy the software. I think that would be very wrong of me to do that. Okay. No, so no. Someone's asking, can I buy monthly now and upgrade to one time later? No, because the one time is only available during the launch phase. It is not available after. Okay, so prices are going to be same till 11th. After that, they will go up. Until 11th, the prices are going to be the same. After that, they will go up. But I would say don't wait till then, because I don't want you to come to me on 22nd of on 12th of April and say, Neil, I forgot. I'm sorry. Can I have the discount coupon to get it for cheaper again? That's not going to happen, unfortunately. Okay. Will you be adding tagging? And if so, what about cross platforms for clients that purchase other products from different domains? Walter, so yeah, that's one of the things we want to look at as well. So one of the things we want to try and work out is, whether or not we should have contact between different domains, or if there should be something better we can do with membership sites and trying to sell more within the membership site. So that's one of our key focuses, Walter. But I don't know how yet. I mean, we are still discussing that. It's still brainstorming session at the moment. June saying, this is all new to me and way over my head. I want to learn online marketing, so I'm on the fence. June, completely understand. I mean, listen, this is one of those things that you see once in a lifetime. I mean, okay, think back to when ClickFunnels was being sold at a one-time fee. I don't think it was, but if ClickFunnels was being sold at one-time fee, would you have liked to buy it? That's my question to you. Would you have liked to buy ClickFunnels at a one-time fee? Because I know people would have. I know that would have been quite a nice thing to do. Unfortunately, that's not possible anymore. Unfortunately, you can't do that anymore, right? But back when, it was possible, people did buy it, and they are grandfathered into the price right now. And you're basically in the same position. You can get grandfathered into a price that will not be available in future. Okay. All right, the training is good, June. So we cover the tutorials for the software are available inside the members area. And then if you want to go for the more extensive training, I would recommend Insta series for that. Okay. Okay, so just so for those that want to recommend features, please join our Facebook group. We can look at features there. I'm not going to share my email address because I want to keep them focused on the Facebook group. So if you have a feature request, please contact us via the Facebook group. Okay. All right. I'm still confused about the number of members I get. Okay. So Val, for the main offer, you get 1,000 members per domain, and you can have 1,000 people in your list per domain. For the upgrade, you can have 10,000 of both per domain. Okay. Let me know. That's fine. No problem. Okay, the Facebook group link, Alvin, could you please link as well? And I think I would like to end perhaps in the next 7 minutes. So we can also wrap it up then. But let me see. I can't, listen, I'm not going to deal with email addresses. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to communicate with anyone one-on-one via email. If you need to give feedback on the product, use support desk or use the Facebook group. If you want to recommend features, use that feature, and we'll consider that because I want everyone's feedback on it. Okay, so I'm not going to communicate with anyone one-on-one. Please understand that we have, I literally have 60,000 customers. I cannot afford to communicate with customers and people who want to be customers one-on-one. It's very difficult. And I hope you can appreciate that. Okay. All right. So if you purchase before 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, it'll be, yeah, Bridge, it'll be the same price, yes, till 11th April. So you can purchase day after tomorrow if you want. It'll be the same price. Okay. Okay, Villa, talk to you later. Thank you. Do I need to buy Pro every year? Yes, you do, Mark. So you need to buy the Pro every year. Okay, David, thank you. That's fine. We'll deal with all the tickets tomorrow. The team on the other side of the world is going to bed now, but we'll cover all the tickets tomorrow. Alvin, can you take over a bit? I can answer RR's question.
All right, sure. Let's see. All right. So guys, let us know if you have any other question. If you're still typing in a question, by the way, just type in a number 2 so that we can wait for your question for a bit. So 407 is a lifetime payment. Yes. So you get all 6 platforms, right? So all 6 features already with the 407 lifetime payment. Now, again, just to clarify this, once you're locked in for the lifetime payment, you're not going to be charged. It won't change anytime in the future. Only those who are going to sign up after the launch period, they're going to be billed for the either the recurring fee. But if you're locked in already, if you paid the lifetime payment already, then that's it. You don't. That's it's not going to change anytime soon. All right. So the 6 features would be the funnel builder. So you can create anything from sales funnels, webinar funnels, product launch funnels, and even opt-in funnels. Right? You also get the affiliate center. Right? So that means you can manage your own affiliates within the platform itself. All right. And of course, you'll be able to create a blog as well. You have the membership builder as well. Right? You have the support center built in as well. So you pretty much, it's a kind of like a business in a box solution. So instead of buying all 6 different softwares or applications to use for your business, you get everything all at once in just one package. All right, so it's easier for you to manage everything at once because everything's in the same place. All right, so let me see. How much is the renewal price after purchasing the lifetime? No renewal price. All right, it's a lifetime one-time fee. So you only paid for it one time. You get all 6 features already. The only recurring fee, if you need more domains, if you need a bigger list, for example, then the pro version would be something you can get as an upgrade. All right, and that is the recurring fee there, which is going to be either a monthly or yearly subscription. All right, so let's see. Are these WordPress sites? No. There are, again, this is completely web-based or SaaS-based. You just need to log in and you start creating your funnels there. It's not WordPress, and you don't need to install anything. You're pretty much good to go once you're logged in. All right, is the funnel builder as robust as ClickFunnels? I would say that this is something that's we're building into. We're building more and more. So aside from the funnel builder, you do get other features as well that you might need. So I would say it's a more complete solution.
Also remember that we are using all the sales pages that you see are built on InstaSuite. When you buy the Insta series, you watch the training, that's built in InstaSuite. So we are basically using what we're selling. You know, it's not one of those cases where we're selling your software and then we're using ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or OptimizePress to host our pages. Everything is within InstaSuite. Okay? All right. Young Jane says, I'll go to Facebook page and sales page. It sounds like what I need to start. I think so too. If you bought the product early in October, I'll paste the link here. Please contact support desk if you bought the product in October, and we'll send you relevant links. Okay. All right. Okay. No problem. All right. I think another 2 minutes and then we'll close out. So let me know if you have questions. Like I said, if you ask something we didn't cover it, we'll try and cover it in another session or via email. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I think no more questions. Appreciate it. Please do jump in. Like I said, you can do tomorrow as well, but we might have to take the buttons off for a few minutes. But anyway, jump in and let me know if you have any questions still. And Alvin, I think you can just close out in a couple of minutes if you want, but I think I'll leave if that's fine.
Sure. All right, so guys, let me see. I'm starting online and I'm concerned that it will be too complex to work out. Is there any support behind the tutorials? And if I get stuck, yeah, absolutely. Again, aside from the Facebook group, there's you can always contact us via support. And of course, we do have full tutorials as well, how to set up everything from start to finish. All right. And of course, we always support our products. You can expect that if you ever have any problems with it, if you contact support, you can expect a response within a 24-hour period. All right. So again, you need to Jahel, you need to contact support for that. Just let me give you the link for that. Give me one quick second. Just contact support and let me see. Oh, if you don't upgrade, then well, you can just keep the software. The software will still be there for you as is, but you do have the option to upgrade if you do want to. All right, guys. Any other questions? Support link. Support link is you should be able to see that on your screen right now. That's asksusantheresia.com. So let me just send that to you as well from here. There you go. Can I upgrade after the 11th? You can upgrade, yes, but the pricing will not be the same. All right, so you can upgrade today or until the 11th. But after the 11th at midnight Eastern, it's gonna be on a different price. So we do always provide a price or a special price, especially during our launch period. All right, and again, everything is covered with a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So you can feel free to try it out, and if it works for you, perfect. Then if not, then you can always rely that you'll be able to get a full refund if ever it doesn't work for your business. All right, so last call for questions, guys. All right, so Neil, I think we can wrap things up. All right, so guys, thank you for being on the call. I do hope you enjoyed today's training and do jump in. Again, this is an awesome solution, all in one. That means it's easier to manage. Something like this doesn't come very often, but if you have a business, being able to integrate everything in one system is going to be a it's going to be a godsend. All I could say is that managing 6 things at once is very hard to do, and this just simplifies the process for you. All right, so guys, we're going to wrap things up. Again, if is this only for digital products or for physical products? This is mainly designed for digital products, but if you can, you can integrate the checkout links, for example, if you're selling physical products as well. All right. All right. So guys, again, thank you for being on the call, and hope to see you inside the members area. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.